What's up, nerds? Tonight is a very special night. Tonight is the first night of Budget Breaker. What we're gonna do tonight is we're gonna take a budget deck that did not work. We're going to double the amount of rares on in the deck and see if it can perform then. And if it still can't perform, then we're gonna keep adding rares until it does. But I am especially excited because I had a deck a very long time ago that did not work. And it was using this card, Ravaz of the Claw, which I think is a really cool card. And I'm just really excited to use it, honestly. Ravaz of the Claw. So what I would normally do, at least what I think I would normally do, is that if I had a failed deck, I would try to go to Untapped, pull up the deck list that we failed with, take a look at the stats, and then go from there. So I think I am going to try and do that. I got to go back far, though. I think I have to go back to Dominaria United. And then we're going to try and find this deck. It was a very early deck idea that I had. Last list is a good sign. That means we're getting close. Dead Dragons 2 went 7 and 10, and then oh man, look at how much work I tried putting into making this deck work. 8 and 17. 8 and 17. 11 and 17. That's already like 50 games played, dude. And then I got Dead Dragons 2 and 7 and 10. Very interesting. So it looks like I went in the direction of self-mill with Stitcher Supplier. Try and get our big dragon, the Ancient Brass Dragon, looks like, and or Hellkite Punisher into the graveyard, and then bring it back with either Ravaz or Blood for Bones. Yeah. Alright, it looks like that'll probably be the direction that we still go. The biggest difference between a deck list like this and what we're going to be working with today is the fact, let's see. Right, the biggest difference between what I was working with in the past and what we're working with now is the fact that we're going to have access to good dragons. If you see here, I used 3 of our rare slots for Ravaz and 1 for an Ancient Brass Dragon. Well, the other dragons that are left for us to use in common and uncommon to bring out of the graveyard with Ravaz, they suck. They're not good. The best option I could go with was a Hellkite Punisher. 7 mana, 6/6 flying. You pay a red. It gets +1/+0 until end of turn. It's just not good enough. It has no immediate impact. It just dies to a removal spell as soon as it hits the board. All right, what's up, Brain? So what's up is Minimo School at Water's Edge land card on Arena. I guarantee it's not. But I can look it up. Yeah, I thought that was a super old one. No, it's definitely not on Arena. That would have been interesting with Ravaz. The untap effect. Okay. So, right. I think I'm going to go ahead, discard these changes. We're going to pull up the deck list that I previously used. And then we're going to look at swapping out the really shitty dragons. Sorry, Hellkite Punisher. We're going to see about swapping that out. I think we go up to a 4th copy of Ravaz. And now we still have 3 card slots left for really good dragons. Now, Ancient Brass Dragon, let's see. 7 mana, 7/6 flying. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, roll d20. Whenever you do, put any number of target creature cards with mana value X or less from graveyards onto the battlefield under your control, where X is the result. Okay, that's not a bad one. Alright, we're going to go here. Rare, mythic, creature, dragon. What are the best dragons? I liked the idea of Ebon Death. It's 4 mana, 5/2 flash flying, and enters the battlefield tapped. You may cast Ebon Death, Draco Lich from a graveyard if a creature not named Ebon Death died this turn. So even if we don't have Ravaz out on the field to reanimate one of our dragons, Ebon Death can bring itself back from the graveyard should we, mill it, or even maybe we just hard cast it, it dies. You know, we can recast this from the graveyard. I'm thinking Ebedeth, probably a decent pick. Let's see, who else is really, really good? Atsushi, the Blazing Sky. Atsushi's a really good dragon. 4 mana 4/4 flying trample. When it dies, choose one. Exile top 2 cards of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play those cards or create 3 treasure tokens. 3 treasure tokens could ramp us into having enough mana that we could like hard cast an Ancient Brass Dragon. Or again, it could get us gas if we're running low. Glorybringer's pretty good. Has immediate impact when it hits the board. 5 mana 4/4 flying haste. You may exert it. When it attacks, when you do, it deals 4 damage to target non-dragon creature an opponent controls. Goldspan Dragon, that one's really good. I think, Inferno the Star Mounts, that's a pretty decent one too. 6 mana 6/6, can't be countered, flying haste, pay 1 red, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn. When it deals, when its power becomes 20 this way, it deals 20 damage to any target. I don't expect to get the 20 part, but Ravaz says tap, add 2 mana any combination of colors, spends mana only cast dragon creature spells. Once during each of your turns, you may cast a dragon creature spell from your graveyard. And whenever you cast a dragon creature spell from your graveyard against, when this creature dies, exile it. Right, so Ravaz is going to be really good at cheating out our dragons. So we kind of want something a little heavier in the top end to get more value, right? Like we don't really need Ravaz to cast a 5 CMC dragon or a 4 CMC dragon. We can just cast those. 6, we start getting value. Cast Ravaz on 3. On turn 4, we can use his ability, and that will allow us to get 6 mana worth of dragon onto the field, like an Inferno of the Star Mounts. And this has haste, which means as soon as it hits the board, it is doing stuff. Terror of the Peaks, it's only 5, but it's pretty good too. 5 mana 5/4 flying, spells your opponent's cast to target Terror of the Peaks, costs an additional 3 life to cast. So it basically has ward, pay 3 life. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield during control, Terror of the Peaks deals damage equal to that creature's power to any target. It's that second part that makes it really good. You get Terror of the Peaks down and then reanimate something like Inferno of Star Mounts or Ancient Brass Dragon. You're shooting something for 6-7 damage. Pretty good. Lathless, I think, probably needs to go in the deck. Lathless is just really, really good. Whenever another non-token dragon enters the battlefield under your control, create a 5/5 red dragon creature token flying. That's good. That's real good. We don't have a lot of dragons in the deck to support this because our early game is just not designed that way. So it's tempting, but I'm not sure about it just yet. I'm not sure about our Reanimator Shell, if I'm being entirely honest. I don't know about it yet. While I did play a lot of games with this deck and this deck idea, that was like a year ago. Probably more than a year ago. So we'll see how it works, but I'm going to hold off on Lathless. Lathless is great, though, if we can get her. Because whenever another non-token enters the battlefield under control, you create a 5/5 red dragon creature token flying. Those tokens are strong. They're big. Dracuseth. That's a big motherfucker. 7 mana 7/7 flying. Whenever it attacks, it deals 4 damage to any target and 3 damage to each of up to 2 other targets. Dracuseth is gotta be one of our top end dragons. It has to be. Balefire Dragon, 7 mana 6/6. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, it deals that much damage to each creature that player controls. Jeez. That would basically wipe our opponent's board. But it would also need to connect, which I don't know that it will. See, I don't like the dragons. I know Draguseth doesn't have immediate impact when it enters the battlefield, and neither does Ancient Brass Dragon. But I think their payoff for surviving is just good enough. So, let's see. If we're going to run the Inferno, the Star Mounts, I think I want something else with haste too. Something else that, when it enters the battlefield, it'll do something. Oh, wait a minute. Bladewing. 7 mana 4/4 flying. When Bladewing the Risen enters the battlefield, you may return target dragon permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Pay a red and a black dragon creatures, get +1/+1 until end of turn. Ooh, Adult Gold Dragon. See, that's something I would like to. Again, something with haste. The haste is just good. Velomachus, also really good haste. And Velomachus is crazy in my my Reanimator deck. Like another 5-color Reanimator deck I have. Miram's crazy good too. We also don't have a ton of dragons to support Miram though. But he does have built-in protection, which means the fact that it doesn't have haste is okay. It's still better. Niv Mizzet Supreme's a newer one. 5 mana, 5/5 flying. Hexproof from monocolored. Each instant sorcery card in graveyard that's exactly 2 colors has Jumpstart. Jumpstart, you may cast this card from your graveyard by discarding card in addition to paying its other costs. Then exile this card. Tiamat, when it's the battlefield, if you cast it, search your library for up to 2. Well, we're not trying to cast it. We don't need that one. This is tough. Bolus is good. Blade Wing, though. Blade Wing doesn't say you have to cast it. I'm going to try Blade Wing. It's got graveyard synergy, which is cool. And if we are able to use a Ravaz of the Claw to bring back a Blade Wing, and then Blade Wing brings back another big-ass dragon, that's a huge power swing in a single turn. So we're going to try it out. I don't know if this is going to work. We'll get a feel for it. But I am very excited to get some fucking use out of Ravaz. I am definitely going to swap out some of these Feed the Swarms, though. Feed the Swarm doesn't need to be more than a 1-of. Need, I don't know how, I can't remember the name. We need Infernal Grasp. That's just better. Insolent Neonate, I think, is definitely trying too hard in this deck. Rather than that, I think... What am I looking for? I think rather than Insolent Neonate and Lightning Axe, man, I'm trying really hard to have a discard outlet for our dragons. Electric Revelation too. Damn. Okay, I think I need to make some changes. All right, Insolent Neonate, I'm going to remove these from the deck. Here's some Whelp I'm going to put in because it's one of the best dragons in the game. Even if it's only a 2 CMC dragon, it's one of the best dragons in the game. Lightning Axe, I don't know about a 3-of. I could maybe see it as a 2-of. It just as another way to discard things. Kaya's Ghost Form is cool. Gets to protect our dragons. Shambling Gas. Shambling Gas could probably go up to a 4-of. The Revelation, I'm not as big a fan of. I know why it's in there. Because it's a discard outlet. So I still think I'd rather see something like, oh, yo, Bitter Reunion would actually go crazy in this deck. Hey, 1 sack it, creatures we control gain haste until end of turn. That makes a lot of our dragons just way better. Bitter Reunion, I think, is a better discard outlet. And then something that we don't have a lot of is draw. So I'm going to get in at least 2 Deadly Disputes. Because we have the Stitcher Suppliers that we can sacrifice to Deadly Dispute, and we have all the Shambling Gas as well. Alright. I think... Oh, goddamn it. I still gotta take a look at the mana base, too. Maybe I should have started from nothing. Alright, we're going to take a look at the mana base real quick. We'll fix it up, and then we'll finally hop into a match. And we have Foreboding Ruins as available to us in these colors, which is pretty hype. Ratio-wise, 68% black, 45% red. I'll go slightly heavier into swamps. Only slightly. Alright, let's hop into a game. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I really want this deck to perform well. I don't know that it will, but I really, really want it to. Ravaz is just such a cool card. The fact that it lets you tap for mana in any combination of 2 colors is kind of crazy. It could let us splash in blue or green, you know, something crazy that you wouldn't expect to see from a Rakdos deck. You know, if your opponent's only played Rakdos colors for the first 4 turns, and then suddenly, you know, they've got Mirim, like that's dope. That's awesome. And definitely unexpected, and would definitely also be powerful. You're not gonna play around, you know, a Miram if you don't think that they can play it. All right, let's see. Do I start with Bitter Reunion? We don't have something to discard. Yeah, we do. All right, we're gonna play Bitter Reunion. We're gonna discard Shambling Gas. Or draw 2 cards and hopefully get closer to hitting our land drop. Let's see what I do here. I guess I swing the Stitcher Supplier. They never block with their Deviler of Secrets. They just take the 1. No big deal. Now, our opponent's deck is fast. Oh, dude, come on. Don't do me like this. Alright, we're gonna try to get down to Fearsome Whelp. See if they counter it. Our opponent's deck is fast, and we're missing a land drop already. That's really, really horrible. Swing in with both of these. I think instead of Feed the Swarm, or even our Infernal Grasp, we should have, damn, I can't think of the name. Ooh, are you out of mana? Our opponent just fucked up. You never play the Hadi Jin on 3. You play it on 4 when you can hold up mana. Dude, get punished. Alright, we're gonna Feed the Swarm that. Definitely cannot leave that on the field. Get down to Shambling Gas. Swing. Okay, what was I gonna say? I need... What's the removal spell that lets you discard a card or sacrifice a creature? Discard, sacrifice, destroy. Bone Shards. Bone Shards would probably be good in our deck as a removal spell. Probably even better than Infernal Grasp. Feed the Swarm, I keep it in here, but we don't need to. It's in there to destroy enchantments, but if we're going against an entirely enchantment-based deck, destroying a single one is usually not enough to win. We go for the Ravaz. He sticks. It's surprising. We swing out. We miss another land drop. There's 2 land drops that we have missed. If Ravaz lives, though, we can just cast. We can just hard cast Ancient Brass Dragon next turn. And that is largely thanks to the help of Fearsome Whelp. Our opponent has had, like, no pressure this game. Oh, there goes a Burn Down the House. That feels a little bit bad. But with this treasure, ha ha ha. Oh, bro, if we hit this land drop, we can cast Ancient Brass Dragon and give it haste with a Bitter Reunion. 39% chance off the top. Easiest day of my life. Not today. Do I greed it? Oh, if I greed it, I can give it haste next turn. I'm going to greed it. It might not have been the right call. Our opponent was tapped out, which means there's nothing that they'd be able to do about Ancient Brass Dragon. But if they have like 2 Lightning Strikes in hand, that is enough to kill the dragon. If they have another Burn Down the House and like a shock effect or like a Play with Fire, they could kill a dragon. They're tapping. Tapping for blue, tapping for red. Electrostatic Infantry. Okay. Oh, play something else. Play something else. They have Braid or Fearsome Whelp. That's perfect. They tapped out again. Oh, man. Alright, so we slam the Ancient Brass Dragon here. And then now we will activate Bitter Reunion to give our Ancient Brass Dragon haste. Bro, Bitter Reunion being in this deck is actually super, super crazy good. It's not a card that I use often, but it's perfect in this deck. And it makes it so that we don't even need dragons with haste. That's one of the main reasons why I liked Inferno, the Star Mounts, right? Largely because of the haste. It also can't be countered, which isn't bad either. But like that makes Blade Wing a lot better. It makes Dracuset insane. And since we're running Blood for Bones alongside Ravaz, we probably can drop down to 3 copies of Ravaz. Probably don't need to run all 4, which means that we can run 1 more top-end dragon. Okay. So, it looks like Ancient Brass Dragon's about to connect. If it does, and we roll high, bro, we can just win the game. Give me something high. 14, let's fucking go. Okay, we can get 14 CMC worth of shit onto the battlefield. We're definitely grabbing a Revaz. We're definitely grabbing a Fearsome Whelp. Opponent's Graveyard, we're taking their Haughty Djinns for sure. Delver of Secrets. Fuck it, why not? Can we still got more? Bro. Submit 7. Oh my god. That's what I'm talking about. Bro, did you just see our board explode? Did you just see that? Oh, holy hell. Ancient Brass Dragon. Sheesh. All right, that went pretty well. That went pretty well. All right, we're going to take a look at the deck real quick, though. We got, believe it or not, we got super unlucky in that game. We missed at least 2 land drops, which is nuts. Okay, so. I think I'm going to scrap the deck. We're going to start over. Start from scratch. We're going to see what decks, we're going to see what cards make it through. Okay, so Historic. So, card number 1, Revaz, easy day. Like I said, I think we go with 3 Revazes. We can run 2 Blood for Bones. Maybe even 3. That's 6 ways to get dragons out of the graveyard. This allows us to run 5 top-end dragons. In which case, take a look at our dragons. I would prefer to keep it within red and black. Because, well, I mean, we could splash in like a Miram. We could. I think it's a little bit greedy to go for it. It's not impossible for us to cast something like Miram, because I do plan on having treasures available to us. But Miram, we'd need at least 2 treasures to hardcast it, or we specifically have to reanimate it to get around the blue and green in the mana cost. Something like Daragaz or Rith, their cost only requiring one color out of our mana pool. I would feel more comfortable running something like that. And Adult Gold Dragon, it's a really good card. It is. It's highly underrated. Nicol Bolas. Velomachus, again, is fucking nuts with reanimation. 7 mana, 5/5 Flying Vigilance, Haste. Whenever Velomachus Lorehold attacks, look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may cast an instant or sorcery spell with mana value less than or equal to Velomachus Lorehold's power from among them without paying its mana cost. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. That could get us a free removal spell. That could get us a free Blood for Bones, which is, you know, the biggest thing in our deck that could hit. You get us a free Blood for Bones, at which case we get another reanimation target just onto the board for free. Playing towards that is maybe not a bad idea. In which case we go up another Blood for Bones, or maybe we even go up a not go up. Maybe we add Late for Dinner. Isn't it Late for Dinner? Oh, I just look up dinner. Oh, late to dinner. My bad. No. That's not it. Turn target creature. Graveyard. Flashback. There's another reanimation spell that has white. Oh, Unburial Rites. There it is. 5 mana. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Flashback for 3 and a white. There's a chance that we could cast the flashback part, depending on how many treasures we have going on. And if we have 4 Shambling Gas and 4 Deadly Disputes, We have 8 ways to generate treasures, which isn't bad. I might add one of these. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, right. Let's go back to our dragons. Top 5 best rare dragons in the game. Ancient Brass Dragon, as we just saw, is fucking nuts if it connects. Can be absolutely nuts. You can just steal your opponent's entire graveyard. And with us reanimating stuff out of our graveyard, it's also really good. Let's see. I really don't want a 4-drop in the deck. Because, again, if we get Revolves on 3, we use it on turn 4. Turn 4, we can tap it to add 2 mana in any combination of colors. Spend it only to cast dragon creature spells. It doesn't have to be from our graveyard. So, if we hit our land drop, if we curve out properly, if we hit all of our land drops, that's 6 mana available to us on turn 4 to cast for a dragon, to use for a dragon spell. Worst case, we still miss that land drop. That's still 5 mana available to hard cast a dragon. So I would rather be able to get down a Revolves on 3 and then hard cast a big 5-drop on turn 4 than, you know, cast an Ebon Death and then like have 1 leftover mana doing nothing. It's tough. Ebon Death does synergize really well with the deck, but I don't know that it's enough to just win us the game by hitting the board. In fact, I know it's not. It even enters the battlefield tapped. Okay, Junji, the Midnight Sky. Isn't this the one that got banned in the past? 5 mana, 5/5 Flying Menace. Whenever it dies, choose one. Each opponent discards 2 cards and loses 2 life. Put target non-dragon creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under control. You lose 2 life. That's pretty dope. What's interesting about Junji is that it synergizes incredibly well with Ravaz of the Claw. Why is that? Ravaz is not a dragon. Ravaz of the Claw is a Vyashino warlock. If we use Ravaz to get out Junji, Ravaz dies, goes to our graveyard, and then Junji dies. Junji can bring back Ravaz, and then Ravaz can bring back Junji. That is very interesting. Very, very interesting. That'd be crazy synergy. At Sushi, it's still good, but like I said, I want bigger top end. Leyline Tyrant is also pretty cool. But I want at least 5 drops. Glorybringer, really good. Has haste on its own. Goldspan Dragon also has haste on its own, makes us treasures. I think I do want the Goldspan Dragon. We just have more uses for the treasures now. What about Copper? Doesn't this just make a bunch of treasures? Yes. That one's alright. Dracuseth is just crazy if it gets to swing. We have Ancient Brass Dragon, Dracuseth, Goldspan Dragon, Junji the Midnight Sky. I think we can go with Lathless now. The reason why I think we can run Lathless now is because we're cutting back 1 Ravaz, which means we get 1 additional dragon that we can play alongside Lathless. We currently have 4 in the deck, but 4 others besides Lathless. But we're about to add 4 copies of Fearsome Whelp into the deck as well. And that puts us at 8 creatures that can trigger 8 creatures that can trigger Lathless once Lathless is on the field. Daragaz's Whelp. 2 mana, 2/1 flying. Whenever you draw a dragon card, it perpetually gets +1/+1. When Daragaz's Whelp enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, seek a dragon card. Daragaz's Whelp and that dragon card each perpetually get +1/+1. 4 mana to kick. I like the idea of it just to trigger Lathless more, but I don't know that we're going to have room in our deck for it. Okay, so what do we need in our deck? Treasure. We need Shambling Gas. We need Deadly Dispute. What else do we have? Shambling Ghast. No, not Shambling Ghast. I'm stupid. What's the name of what's the mill guy? Stitcher Supplier. That's what I need. Stitcher Supplier synergizes really well with Deadly Dispute too, so that's cool. Now, Bitter Reunion. Bitter Reunion, absolutely nuts in this deck. 4 of. Okay, we have 4 card slots left. It's not a lot. I think all 4 have to be removal spells. Question is, what are the best ones? We had Lightning Axe in the deck before as another discard. As just another way to discard one of our big dragons, get into the graveyard, so that Ravos can get it down faster. But with Bitter Reunion in the deck, I don't know that we need a ton more of ways to discard. I am going to go with, I think, 2 Bone Shards. I think 2 Bone Shards is probably enough. 2 Bone Shards and then 2... I'm forgetting the name already. Not Go for the Throats. Infernal Grasps. And I think we're good. I think we're chilling now. It looks clean. The things that we cut from the original version of the deck, Kaya's Ghost Form did not make it into the deck. I could maybe try to find 1 card slot for it. But that's probably trying too hard. We probably don't need the Kaya's Ghost Form. Lightning Axe, we have Bone Shards now, which is just better. Feed the Swarm didn't make it into the deck, but destroying a single enchantment usually isn't enough to beat an enchantment deck. So, fuck it. We're in red and black. You know, we're not meant to have enchantment interaction anyway. No big deal, no big deal. Oh yeah, Foreboding Ruins, gotta take a look at the mana base. Foreboding Ruins, 100% going in the deck. Let's see, in ratio, 69, 39, yeah. 11 Swamps, 9 Mountains. Seems about right. Avatar, we're gonna go with Sarkon. Card sleeves. We've got to have mad dragon card sleeves. I knew that we had these stained glass ones at least. Even though we're not using any of those dragons. Damn, we're not using any of these dragons either. Maybe we go with like Tiamat. Those Mishra ones look pretty good as well. We'll go with Tiamat. Yeah. And companion. Which dragon? The red one or the black one? Kind of feeling the red one. Actually, don't we have the Ebon Death one? We're gonna go with the Ebon Death one. Also not even in the deck, but we'll go with Ebon Death. Okay. Now I think we're good. All right. Let's hop into a match. I am super stoked for this deck. You really have no idea. And winning game 1 felt great. I'm so excited. There's so many failed decks that I have in the past that I just never got to do anything with the idea of that deck anymore. But this one, bringing back Ravaz, already felt great. Hey, don't panic, but I just realized something. Rooker, don't say something like that. Don't do me like this, Rooker. We just finished building the deck. It looks good. Don't fuck with it. That's a lot of lands. You're a nerd? Oh, thank God. If that's something that you just now realized, well, you're lying to me. That's okay. All right, we're gonna play Fearsome Whelp. We're going to swing. We have no dragons in hand, which is a little bit of a bummer. There definitely could have been an argument made for casting Bitter Reunion there instead. Ditching one of our mountains, drawing 2 cards, trying to draw towards a dragon, and then just holding the Fearsome Whelp until we had one. The Scavenging Ooze is a problem. That's going to need to die. We're going to play Ravaz. We're going to get him down. Top deck a dragon. We have a couple options that we could just hardcast from here. The Scavenging Ooze, though, we're trying to get stuff in our graveyard. That is really, really bad for us to see. Super unlucky. Bro, I can't even tell you when the last time was I saw Scavenging Ooze. But now that we're playing a deck that cares about our graveyard, the Ooze. I hate Magic. I do. It knows. It knows too much. Alright, we're going to go with Bitter Reunion. Ditching a mountain. We're going to draw 2 cards. It's a lot more Bitter Reunions. Not exactly what I was hoping for, but we're going to drop another Bitter Reunion. Our opponent's getting priority just because they can tap that for mana. No big deal. Okay, let's ditch the swamp, draw 2 more cards. Fearsome Whelp, I can cast this. So why not? We need to, we gotta find one of our big dragons. This ain't great. He's oozing already, dude. Look at him. Look at him, he's about to ooze. Pass. Damn, how many big dragons have we put in here? 5? 2% chance to draw any of them. It's 10% in total. We do still have a Deadly Dispute that we can use to draw with. I don't really want to sack one of our Fearsome Whelps to draw with it, but maybe we need to. If we don't get one of our dragons down, we're in for a bad day. But Rooker, I don't know if you watched game number 1, but it was incredible. Alright, we're going to Bitter Reunion, ditching this mountain. We got our Ancient Brash Dragon to connect with our opponent's face. We rolled a 14, which means that we got to put any number of target creature cards total mana value of 14 or less from graveyards onto the battlefield under control. And it was sick. It was very hype. Okay. I have 2 mana. I think I set up Stitcher Supplier and Shambling Gas. This gives us the best shot of finding a dragon, I think. With mill 3, that's a Fearsome Whelp. We can cast that with Vaz. Play Shambling Gas. We set that up so that we can Deadly Dispute it next turn. Alright, that's all 3 of our Fearsome Whelps down. Bro, if we top deck any good dragon, it's instantly getting its fucking cost reduced by 3. It'd be nuts. We can hardcast anything in our deck. Don't even need the Ravaz. Wouldn't need any more Fearsome Whelps at that point. Reanimated Dragon, which then reanimated 5 more. Sick. Bro, it was crazy. Dude was playing a Hadi Jin deck, and I stole 2 of his Hadi Jins out of the graveyard. It was hilarious. Needless to say, he scooped. He scooped as soon as we got all the creatures out of the graveyard. It was pretty hype. Made me even more excited to play this deck than I was going into this. Bro, this fucking ooze, though. It's really going to be a pain in the ass. They can do this at instant speed, right? They could do this in response to us reanimating something. They could do that in response to Blood for Bones. They couldn't really do it in response to Ravaz. They'd have to do it first, right? But then if they try to do it first, we can use Ravaz. Alright. Finding a removal spell for the ooze would also be nice. Right now, this Dreamtail Heron's kind of just walling us. Oh, we're swinging the ooze. Do I take the block? If I block and we mill a good dragon, they can get rid of it. So I say no. If we're going to mill a Stitcher Supplier, we got to do it on our turn. Scavenging Ooze is such a good mid-range card. incidentally hating on stuff while being solid on its own. Yeah. Oh, that's a thing. This is a thing that we can play. Now, if they have removal for the Junji, it's the best way that we can do this. You guys are gonna probably think I'm crazy, but I kind of want to just end the turn. Get the perpetual cost reduction on Junji. I'm going to start with the Deadly Dispute. I'm going to get rid of Stitcher Supplier. No, Shambling Guest. We'll kill Shambling Guest here. We're going to get our draws. We're going to get some treasures. I really, really want that cost reduction on Junji before it goes to the graveyard. Because if we play it out now and it just dies, then Scavenging Ooze can get rid of it. Could be not good. Ooh, but you see that? That's an Infernal Grasp. That can now kill the Ooze. Alright. Alright, I think this was the move. Next turn, we get Junji down, and then we're chilling. Then if it dies at that point, Ravas can get it out super cheap from the graveyard. Blood for Bones could get it out. Could even get it out twice in the same turn. And also, on top of that, next turn we can get it down. God, look at that. Look at that cost. Junji for 2 black. But next turn we can cast it and then sack one of our Bitter Reunions, give it haste. They probably block with their Dreamtail Heron. Probably 50-50 shot. It's their main creature, so I don't even know if they want to take that trade. If they do, that'd be cool. But if not, no big deal. I think we're still chilling. Our life total is getting a little bit low. We are down to 10. If they swing this Dreamtail Heron at us, I do have to block. But they're getting walled out by our creatures, which is hilarious. Okay, so yeah, we just hard cast this. Blood for Bones doesn't target, by the way. You choose what to reanimate on resolution, making it great against targeted graveyard hate. Really? Ooh. Okay. So, it gets countered. No big deal. This is exactly what we played for. So, now we can use Ravas to bring back Junji. Hell yeah, brother. I forgot to give it haste. Oh my god, I hate myself. That's awkward. I really hate myself right now. Fuck me. This is bad. Right, you're saying though, Blood for Bones doesn't target. You can choose what to reanimate on resolution, making it great against targeted graveyard hate. Oh, I see what you mean. That's like alright. But I was definitely still playing around the Scavenging Ooze. Because yeah, while it doesn't target on the cast, if I only have one reanimation target in the graveyard, and they're smart enough to, you know, choose that thing, and it still doesn't do me any good. Okay. So, let's see. So, I don't need to use Bitter Reunion anymore. I can play that. I go to combat. Swing Junji. Swing my Fearsome Whelps as well. Damn. This is awkward. It really sucks that I didn't swing last turn. Oh, God. He didn't block the Junji. It's a little bit scary. Our hand is kind of dead. The reason it's phrased that way, so you can sacrifice something and still have Blood for Bones, put it into hand. I think the battlefield, meaning you can sack / replay Junji with it. As additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice a creature, return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield, then return another creature card from your graveyard to your hand. The reason it is phrased that way so that you can sacrifice something, okay? So have Blood for Bones, put it into hand. Oh, probably. I can't remember. I think it is phrased that way. I think so. I can't remember. Ah, damn, we just lost. So yeah, you can use Blood for Bones to sack and return Junji. Yes. No, we can't. Junji already died once. The Junji that we currently have is with Ravaz. That's why I didn't do that. And Ravaz says now that whenever, yeah, this creature has, when it dies, exile it. And you can see right here that we have it on the Junji. Yeah. We're actually a little bit short on black mana that game. If we had had one more black mana the turn that we cast Junji, then we could have used Blood for Bones to reanimate it the second time instead of using Ravaz. Okay, let's see. I don't think we need 3 Blood for Bones. That felt not good. What else? What else did I want for that game? What did I need? Got back a Deadly Dispute. Something that was in the original deck list was the Chupacabra. Ravenous Chupacabra. I can't remember if their Heron had Hexproof. It probably did. It did, right? They used Paradise Druid. I'm gonna try adding 2 Ravenous Chupacabras in here. It had Hexproof, yeah. That sucks. But I feel like Chupacabra gives us just a little more something that we can do. We could try to go for the really, really big animation target. Can I do like a 7-drop, the Dusk Mangler? Seven drop. As an additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice a creature, discard a card, or pay 4 life. When there's a battlefield, each opponent sacks a creature, discards a card, and loses 4 life. We could try like a 1-1. Because I know Dusk Mangler is pretty fucking sick to have in our reanimation decks. But now we've gone up a lot of reanimation targets. But we cut back on a Blood for Bones. I don't know how I feel about this actually. Does make it look good if we add more Blood for Bones. Doesn't work with our Dragon Reanimator guy. Yeah, he doesn't work with Ravaz. Alright, we're not gonna make any changes. We're just gonna play a different game. We'll be alright. We'll be alright. We just felt a little bit Dragon Light. But, I mean, that could just be a little bit of bad luck. We do technically only have 5 good dragons that we're trying to hit. So I guess it's to be expected. Four Swamps, an Infernal Grass, Blood for Bones, and a Lapillus. It's a very interesting hand. I don't think it's good, but I'm gonna keep it. Let's do it. Oh god, it's a life gain already. They didn't have a turn 1 Soul Warden though. They always do, so that's a good start. I played so much life gain the other night. Daybreak Chaplain. It's not one you see often. 2 mana, 1/3 lifelink. Hanged Executioner. Never seen this card in my life either. 2 and a white for 1/1 flying. When it's battlefield, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token flying. Pay 4, exile it, exile target creature. Interesting. That's really bad for us. It's really bad against our deck because we really want stuff in our graveyard, not in exile. I think I killed that thing. Okay, here's Ravaz. If Ravaz sticks for the turn, we can hardcast Lathlis, which is good. That is money. I can't help but think that maybe I'm trying too hard with Lathlis, though. I might be trying to be too optimistic with Lathlis being good in this deck. Because maybe we still just don't have the dragons to support it. I know we have the 4 fearsome whelps. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 other dragons that we could play after Lathlis is on the field to get the trigger, to get the free 5/5 dragon token. 8. 8, 8, 8. It's 16% chance of finding another one. With how much draw we have between Deadly Dispute and Bitter Reunion, I feel like we shouldn't have struggled as hard as we did last turn to find a dragon. I'm not gonna make any decisions yet. Opponent played Snubhorn Sentry, 1 mana 0/3 with the sand, gets +3/+0 as long as you have the City's Blessing. Alright, so we're super not playing against a real person. This has to be this dude's first day on Magic. On Arena, has to be. These are not real cards. If we lose to someone who's not even using real cards, life gain or not, we're gonna have to take a hard look at this deck. And or I need to retire from Arena. Mark, no disrespect. It looks like you're using whatever white cards you had available to you that were just not from the Arena base set. I'm gonna respect your Snubhorn Sentry. I'm gonna say no blocks. Because if anyone's gonna be running the weird white cards that add buffs, it's gonna be someone like this guy. Okay. So, let's see. I think I'm going to start with a Bitter Reunion. We discard a Swamp. Try to get another dragon. If we're lucky, we find a Fearsome Whelp. We slam that down. We get another 5/5 for free. And then we are chilling. And at that point, we still have mana to use Infernal Grasp. or rather than just a Whelp, we could find another actual good dragon like Junji. We don't have the mana to give it haste with Bitter Reunion, but I am okay with that. God damn. That's what I'm talking about. Look at this board now. That's a good looking board. Budget Brew. Mark, if I lose to you, I will be incredibly embarrassed. Because frankly, your deck sucks. No offense, though. None. Yeah, man. No offense intended. Mark knows. He knows he's new to Arena. Bro. Does he kill Lathlis here? Does he have it? Does he have one of those effects? Deal X damage to target attacking or blocking creature? Oh, a God's Willing. Okay. Why did you just give it protection from black? All right, come on. All right, Mark, again, no disrespect. But he just selected black as my red Lathlis was swinging at him. Protecting from black for the flex. Or maybe they're racist. I could respect that, Mark. I could. But yeah, see, if we lose this game, I need to retire. Oh, what is that? Cooped up. Enchanted creature can't attack or block. Pay 2 and a white. Exile enchanted creature. Bro, why you got so much exile in your deck? I need you to chill. Alright, we're gonna block with our token. I already respected the Snubhorn Sentry for 1 turn. He's down to 1 card in hand. Bro, he has it. He has it. Divine Arrow. 4 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. I knew it. If anyone was gonna be running those cards, it was gonna be Mark. And that's why I respected it with the last list and didn't block. Okay, so Junji, what happens when you die? Each opponent discards 2 cards and loses 2 life. Put target non-dragon creature card from graveyard onto the battlefield under your control, you lose 2 life. Do you have anything that I want? I could take his Snubhorn. Just to be rude. Because I want to kill my own Junji. I think. Just to get this off of it. Is it worth it? I could deadly dispute my own Junji. We go with the second one because he has no cards in hand. I'm going to take his dinosaur. And we're going to lose 2 life. Resolve. No big deal. Now, more importantly, we can recast Junji from our graveyard using Ravaz. Oh, I could have used the Blood for Bones and sacked his Snubboard. That would have been better. Don't listen to me. Anyway, Junji's back. We can give all of these things haste to include our token, which is nuts. And then look at that big swing. I know you meant you would have respected the black protection flex, but it sounded like you meant the racist motivation you respected. I'm definitely clipping that and canceling you. Oh, I meant the racist part, dude. I would respect that. And Junji going hard. Junji, bro, I'm telling you, I'm quite certain that Junji was the dragon that got banned, right? Wasn't Junji banned at some point? Junji and MTG. Is it a different black? Maybe a different black dragon? Let's see, which black dragon banned MTG? Okay, and that's game. All right, good game, Mark. I'm almost certain that Junji was banned in some format at some point. Junji never banned. Goldspan got banned. Goldspan got banned? Bro, I'm so certain that Junji was banned. I didn't know Goldspan was, though. Bro, is there another black dragon? I swear to God. Is there another Junji? There's not another Junji. Alright, I'm gonna look up all the black dragons in Magic. Creature, dragon, black, search. Okay, opening hand. Stitcher Supplier into Ravaz seems pretty decent if we can hit something. Oh, turn 1, Stitcher Supplier. Easy day. Let's see. I'm Death, the Junji. Is it this one? The Evening Star? Was he the one that I was thinking of? Hakusho? I don't know if I remember that. I could have sworn one of the black dragons was a banned card at some point. Let's see. We have to discard a thing. I will discard... I don't know what's more beneficial. Having double black or double red? Double red is better for our dragons. I will... Wait a minute. Wait. Did I just choose to not discard my Lathless? Bro, he just helped me. I chose the land. Oh, cancel. I know that I could cast Lathless next turn. I guess it doesn't make a huge difference. But bro, I could have. It could have already been in the graveyard. It's fine. It's fine. Worst case scenario, he makes me discard my last 2 cards. One of which is Lathless, and then it's fine. We just hard cast Lathless here. I guess this is still better because now Lathless doesn't have the exile effect on it. I'll swing at both of these. Whether he makes us mill 3 more cards or we make a treasure, I'm fine either way. Right. This one, Kokusho, the Evening Star. This was banned in Commander. This was banned in Commander. Or potentially remains. No, that's from 2012. Yeah, this was banned in Commander. This is the black dragon that I was thinking of. Yeah, 6 mana, 5/5 flying. Whenever Kakusho, the Evening Star, dies, each opponent loses 5 life. You gain life equal to the life lost this way. Oh, I could see how that would be very strong in Commander, actually. If you could get a little reanimation cycling going with that, dude. The fact that it's each opponent, that's nuts. He made his discard Infernal Grasp. Oh, that kind of sucks. Commander ban list is whack. It was banned. It got removed from it got removed a while ago. It got unbanned a while ago. But I knew there was a black dragon that was on the ban list. Okay, so we're gonna send Ravaz here, Shambling Gas there. We're gonna kill Liliana. Lathless is gonna go face. We're gonna pump our dragons once. Knife for 1 more damage. Cool beans. And we're gonna play our Shambling Gas.
That's my cue to leave.
Opponent also played a Warlock class at the beginning of your end step. If a creature died this turn, each opponent loses 1 life. Level 2, wins becomes level 2. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put 1 of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. Okay. No problem. He's looking at Lathless. He's looking at Ravaz. Oh god. He's reading. Bro is out here trying to make a smart play. Yeah, he's in a tough spot. If he kills Ravaz, well, he still has Lathless to deal with. Kills Lathless, Ravaz brings it back, so it's not even that big of a deal. It doesn't really help him that much. It slows us down a turn. He's digging, though. He's looking for a removal. Acquisitions expert, that's not going to help you. This is 9 damage that he can't block. That's game. I used Lathless twice. Lathless goes up to 9, and that he can't block Ravaz either. Oh wait, I'm bad at math. He goes to 11. This goes to 11. That's just game. That's game. We got there. Hell yeah, Lathless. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Village Rights in response. Seems good. Hell yeah. Ravaz with double the rares. It's doing stuff. This is what I wanted. This is what I wanted a year ago. Sliming big dragons with Ravaz. Alright, 2-1. If we want to count the original deck list that I used as well, technically 3-1. But if not 2-1, it's a decent start. Decent start. Oh my. Now this is a hand, and that is a Dracuseth that we can try to get down on turn 4. We can hold up the Bone Shards as a discard effect for Dracuseth and get Ravaz down on 3, hopefully. Now, assuming we don't get screwed on mana. But if not, bro, this is going to be a really, really good game. Our opening hand is just nuts. There goes 3 lands off the top, though. That might make it a little bit harder to find our next land drop. Nope. We found it anyway. Alright, bet money. I would like a target to kill. I would have liked a target to kill. I do need Dracuseth to get into the graveyard still before we use the Ravaz. I cannot use Bone Shards and Ravaz in the same turn. We hit, and I need a lot of things to go right. If we hit our next 2 land drops, no. If I hit 1 more land drop, I think I just hard cast Lathless and then hard cast Dracuseth. Because next turn we can just play it with Ravaz. We can just play Lathless with Ravaz, and then after that, if we hit 1 more land drop, that's Dracuseth. Yeah. Opponent tapped out. Seems good to me. Next turn, we can Bitter Reunion if we want to. I don't think they'll have an answer for Lathless either, unless they have a bounce effect. Lathless is beefy. They would need at least 2 lightning strikes to kill it. While it's not impossible, it is unlikely for them to have that much burn right now. And if they do use all of their burn to kill Lathless, that's pretty cool, because that means we get it back with Ravaz, and then we're chilling. We're in exactly the same spot that we are right now, but they will have 2 less burn spells in hand. That'd be chill. This says tap the next instant sorcery spell you cast a turn costs X less to cast or X the number of wizards you control as this ability resolves, which is currently 2. And whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell, this gets +2 +0 until end of turn. I didn't even read your other messages, Rooker. You had said that Ugin Spirit Dragon is banned in Historic Brawl. Really? I never noticed that. And you said Red Eyes Dark Dragon banned in Yu-Gi-Oh! That's probably what you're thinking of. Bro, there's no way Red Eyes is banned. No shots. They're trying to bait us. They're trying to bait us. No blocks. They have at least one burn spell in hand. They have at least like one lightning strike effect. If they're trying to bait that block. Or they could have even had like a play with fire. Play with fire would make them trade with Lathos as well. Okay. Bro, we can just slam Dracuseth after the Lathos. Don't have a counter spell. Don't have a counter spell. Counter spells are for pussies. Didn't have the counter spell. And now we got a dragon token, bro. Bro, it's too easy. He can tap Kaza, reduce the cost of one of his spells by 3, takes the 6 to the dome. Bro, if Dracuseth swings, that's fucking game. When it attacks, deals 4 damage to any target, and then 3 damage to each of up to 2 other targets. That's 10 burn damage. 10 burn damage. We can send 4 to the face, 3 to kill his flyers. And that's just this game. And we have a lot for him to deal with in the air. His Pledge Mage, it's not doing anything for him. Excuse me. Yeah. Prismari Pledge Mage, he's just chilling. I've always wanted this card to be better than it is, but it's really just not. 2 mana 3/3 Defender. Whenever you cast or copy an instant sorcery spell, it can attack this turn as though it didn't have Defender. I feel like it has potential. I feel like it has a lot of potential. Turn 2, 3/3. Turn 3, you play maybe another 2-drop creature, play the fire, your opponent's face or their blocker, and then you just swing with the Pledge Mage. I feel like it should be better than it is, but Prismari Pledge Mage is just not good. And like I said, it's doing nothing, absolutely nothing against our dragons right now. And as you can see, our opponent is struggling. Like I said, we have a lot on our board right now to deal with, and I think they just don't have the answer. Whatever this guy is, it's not the answer. 5 mana 4/3. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery or wizard spell, gains flying until end of turn, and he's tapped out. He can tap this, but only reduces colorless cost. Yeah, that's game. All right, so we're just gonna swing. We can pump all of our dragons twice. I could use bone shards to kill something, but we don't need to. Oh, come on! I wanted to see the attack trigger with Dracuseth. Dracuseth was gonna wipe his board, dude. All right, that's another dub. We'll take it. I really wanted to get the attack trigger. It's a little disappointing. Dude spent like 3 minutes trying to think of an answer to our board. There was none. And then he didn't let me swing. I wasn't even trying to BM. I wasn't using the bone shards first. I wasn't drawing additional cards. I was just going to swing. I hadn't even pumped our board yet. We had enough mana to pump the board twice with Lathos. That would have given all of our dragons, what, an extra... Yeah, we've given all of our dragons an extra +2 +0. But that's good. Ravaz is feeling good. Okay. Now, we have Dracuseth in our opening hand again with double Ravaz. It's not as good as having Lathos to play on turn 4 into the Dracuseth. We're a lot further away, I think. Actually, we're not that far away from hardcasting Dracuseth. If we Shambling Gas Deadly Dispute turn 1, turn 2, that gets us 2 more treasures, assuming we don't miss land drops. We play Ravaz on 3. So that's 3. On turn 4, we have at least 5, 6, 7 mana available to us. We can just hardcast Dracuseth on 4 still with our treasure package. I need our opponent to do something. This reminds me of the old Iron Crag Feet deck in Standard, where you just slam some random 7-drop like Dracuseth and hoped it could close the game on its own. I don't even know that deck. But, oh, actually, Iron Crag Feet, that's, isn't that a red spell? I was thinking of the new Iron Crag, the artifact card. I feel like I can picture the card that you're talking about. Yeah. I probably just spelled it wrong. 4 mana, add 7 red. You cast this only one more. You can only cast one more spell this turn. That would be a fun deck. That'd be a fun deck for us to play. Ooh, all right, we got options here. We can Fearsome Whelp to reduce the cost of Dracuseth. If Whelp survives 2 more turns, it's basically the same as Deadly Spew. However, we really need the land drops. Okay, I'm going to swing the Shambling Gas here. They probably don't block. Yeah. We're going to Deadly Dispute. We're going to sack away the Shambling Gas already. We need to hit our land drops. That's a land. Alright, that's good. So, next turn. We hard cast Ravaz. And then, I see if my math is right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. We can play our mountain, hard cast Ravaz, and even if we don't hit our land drop, we can hard cast Dracuseth. Good shot that they have removal in their deck, which is a little bit of a bummer, but since we're hard casting Dracuseth first, it's not the biggest loss in the world. If we were reanimating him with Ravaz first, then we would be in a bad spot because of the exile effect, but I think we're okay. Although white does have a lot of exile effects as well. Activated abilities can't be activated, right? Bummer. Okay, no big deal. Small setback. We're gonna double Fearsome Whelp here. Dracuseth is gonna get perpetually. Oh, I was supposed to swing. God damn it. Yeah, it's gonna get perpetually. It's gonna have its cost perpetually reduced by 2. So now it only costs 5 mana to hard to cast this, which is pretty dope. More damage. It's kind of a lot. Already down to 12. Area of the Charmed Apple. 3 mana, 2/4. Each creature that's enchanted by an aura you control can attack you or planeswalkers you control at the beginning of your end step. Each opponent loses X life and gain X life for X the number of auras you control. God damn. Okay. So I get down Dracuseth. We can cast a Fearsome Whelp. Wait, can we? Oh, Ravaz still works. We just can't tap him. We can't tap him for the mana, but we can still cast a dragon from our graveyard. Oh, it's pretty dope. Fuck it, I'll get down the Fearsome Whelp. We don't really need the treasures at this point, I don't think. 2 in the air. Things are getting a little bit dodgy. If they have 1 removal spell for the Dracuseth, we're in a bad spot. And I guarantee they have it. And we have no response. We can't even kill our own Dracuseth. We don't have a Deadly Dispute that we could have held up in response. Yeah, this is bad. Pacifism sucks in 101. And see, and I cut our 1 of Feed the Swarm. This is the only game that it could have been really useful, I think. But we also would have had to find it. Finding 1 of, not likely. Oh, and we die. Damn. Well, that was a really disappointing game. Bro, we were on the play and we lost that? That's embarrassing. That's rough. The card was cool, though. Area of the Charmed Apple. 3 mana, 2/4. At the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses X life, you gain X life, where X is the number of auras you control. That seems strong. And obviously that's meant to be used with, like, the new roll tokens. I might need to build around that at some point. Ooh. 3 lands, a Stitcher Supplier, Fearsome Whelp into Lathliss, bro. It's beautiful. His hand is looking great. You know, I wonder if we even need that much reanimation. I feel like we haven't been doing much with the Stitcher Supplier. I feel like we haven't really used Blood for Bones yet, let alone the Unburial Rights. I wonder if it's just better to try and hardcast all of our dragons. The Fearsome Whelps go crazy in the deck. Our treasure package helps us ramp a lot as well, and then Ravaz is more ramp. Just makes me question if it's even necessary. You know what I mean? And we still don't have the Chupacabras in our deck, right? We're not really trying to reanimate anything else. Vito, get the fuck out of here. Let's just go Iron Crag Feet and 4 Dracuseth. Bro, do not tempt me. Okay, oh, actually, okay, I was just talking shit. But this is a game where we don't have Ravaz in our opening hand. That's what I was overlooking. We've had Ravaz in like every single game, which is dope considering there's only 3 in the deck. This is a game where we don't have Ravaz. If they had a removal spell here for Lathlis, then we would need the Blood for Bones to bring him back. So it is still necessary. Let's see. This are the Shadowed Bows. Landfall. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, put a loyalty counter on it. +1 untap. Target land you control. You may have it become a 3/3 elemental creature with haste and menace until end of turn. Still a land -5. You may put a creature card mana value less than or equals the number of lands you control onto the battlefield from your hand or graveyard with 2 +1/+1 counters on it. Okay. So I think I'm just gonna pump Lathlis twice. I'm even gonna hold on to this swamp. We're gonna go to combat. We're gonna swing 8. Ooh, bro, do I just go face? It's -5 to use this. We poke 1 damage there. Send 11 face. And we end the turn. Seems good. Seems very, very good. Yeah, I'm definitely down to meme Rooker. I am I am super down. I will do the Iron Crag Feet and Dracuseth. Don't think I won't. Oh god, wait. Not like this. No shot. He needs to have the Exquisite Blood and a way to gain life. Okay. Whew. Elder Gargaroth can block our flyer, but we have the Bone Shards. Discard a card. And 1. Sheesh. That was horrifying. Got him. Ah, let's go. This is the Shadowed Bows. Then Rockabye Baby when the bow breaks. I have no idea what any of that means. Oh man, the deck. The deck is feeling good though. It's feeling real good. It's feeling very, very solid. 4 and 2. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. And again, that is not including game number 1, where we used the old deck list. Very original one. With more rares. Again, technically we're 5 and 2, which sounds a lot better than 4 and 2. Is good. Oh. It's a little bit awkward that we don't have black mana, but with the Bitter Reunion, I think we're okay to keep this. Unless the game really wants to punish me for trying to keep a little bit of a dodgy hand. I think we start with the Bitter Reunion. Try and get the black mana for our removal spells. Because we don't really need to get down Fearsome Whelp until we have a dragon in hand. So, yeah, I think... Oh. That's a swamp. Alright, let's Bitter Reunion anyway. We'll ditch a mountain. And we'll draw 2. That's a Lathlis. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Is what I'm talking about. It's pronounced B-ow. As in B, and then someone punches you, and you say ow. It's bow? Really? That's weird. How are you going to be correcting my pronunciation of words? But call me a nerd as soon as you enter the chat. Get out of here. You're the goddamn nerd. Alright. Floating Ruins, Swamp. I think we just Fearsome Whelp. Our opponent's holding up mana. It's a little bit suspicious. They're also holding priority. Even more suspicious. Fearsome Whelp connect. Oh, bro, let it hit you. So let me go to the end step. No fucking shot. You're gonna kill my Fearsome Whelp? That's dog shit. Yes, perfect. God damn it. Lightning Helix, huh? It's not something that you see very often. I would have been less upset if they had hit me with the play with fire. Lightning Helix. Oh my. 3-mana, 2/3 flying haste. If a spell would deal damage to you or another permanent you control, prevent that damage. Okay. If a spell would deal damage to an opponent or a permanent opponent controls, it deals that much damage, +1 instead. Really? Really, huh? You're gonna hit me with? Quite rude. We can get down to Ravaz. If I get down to Ravaz, we have enough mana to use Lathless. Although I really want to kill that thing. Probably better this way. Opponent's on some spice today, I see. I think they are, man. I haven't played around with like a burn lifelink. I don't even know what you would call this deck. But their weird burn lifelink stuff in what's the name for red and white? Why am I blanking on that? Boros. God damn. Yeah, I've never built a Boros deck like this, I don't think. They killed our Ravaz. That feels really bad. We're in a not so good spot. I was really hoping they just wouldn't have removal for a turn, and then that way we could get down our Lathless. And then if they had removal for Lathless, I wouldn't be that concerned. So I think we go Stitch of Supplier here, and then we use the Deadly Dispute to try and hit our land drops. Just so that we can hardcast this Lathless. We did mill a Junji. And I can still Infernal Grasp you. Okay, overall, that wasn't a terrible turn. Next turn, we have enough mana for Lathless. So, we're chilling. Although we could... No, yeah. Next turn, we Lathless. We use our treasure, we cast Lathless. Bro, get out of here. And then turn after that, we use Unburial Rites to bring Junji from our graveyard back to the field, triggering Lathless, getting another dragon token, and then we're chilling. And of course, he has another one of these. Oh. Ooh. This turn gets a little bit more spicy. Because I can connect with Lathless here. I don't do it though. I really want to swing with Lathless. But it's smarter to save it until next turn. Next turn we can reanimate Junji. Get the 5/5 token that also would have Summoning Sickness, and then give both of those haste and then swing in for a lot of damage. I need him to not kill Lathless. Phyrexian Vindicator. That's a little bit terrifying, but Bone Shards gets rid of it. So whatever we get, let's see, is it better to use? I can't use Blood for Bones. So we Bone Shards, discarding a card, kill you. We discard Blood for Bones, right? Yes. I don't have anything else to sack for that. We now Unburial Rites, grab Junji, and we still have mana. Is it worth it to use the treasure for the haste? If I hold on to the treasure, I could reuse the Unburial Rites. What do you think, Rooker? Give everything haste and swing big? Or hold up the treasure for the white mana? And anyone else who's here, what do you think? Swing or save it? You think we go fast? Alright. So be it. We'll go fast. They're burned. You can't play the long game. Okay. We'll go face. I didn't even realize Junji has menace. That's pretty sick. I think I'm okay with swinging. Should be fine. He needs to have an answer for all 3 of our dragons, and he only has 2 cards left in hand. I think it's unlikely that he has an answer for all of them. Gideon of the Trials.
Will always triumph.
+1 until your next turn. Prevent all damage target permanent would deal. 0 mana until end of turn. Gideon becomes 4/4. I prevent damage from my Lathless. That's okay. He can't swing at us, and Lathless can still pump our board like 3 times. So activate ability. Activate ability. Activate ability. And let's see, it says, what was the wording? Prevents all damage target permanent would deal. Okay. A little bit whack, but no big deal. Getting is sort of an answer to 2 of them. 5 to 2. 0 mana, you get an emblem with, as long as you control a Gideon Planeswalker, you can't lose the game and your opponents can't win the game. The other 0 becomes 4/4 human soldier with indestructible that's still a Planeswalker. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to him this turn. Gideon only deals with 1. And again, while it did stop us from ending the game, Lathless was still doing good stuff with its ability. Never mind. Forgot he could 0 and +1 in a turn. Okay, I don't know what you're saying, but we got there. Easy day. Wasn't even worried. Wasn't even worried. Oh, this is so refreshing. This is crazy. Gonna use all these rares, bro. Bro, we are 5-2 technically overall for the night. 6-2 with the Reanimator Dragons. 6-2. That is a 75% win rate, my guy. That's good. That's solid. I was thinking you'd have to send 1 at him to kill him. Oh. Bro, you're the one who said we didn't have time for the long game. Go on face. Okay, this hand will be nuts if and only if we find a dragon. But I think you made the right call, Rooker. I think going fast, I think it was the move. It seemed to have worked out. It seemed to have worked out well. Indulgent, Aristocrat, Vampire Shenanigans. Well, one of his abilities would prevent you from winning the game as long as he's alive. True. If we don't have an answer for this Cordial Vampire, I think we just lose the game. I know that sounds crazy. Cordial Vampire has been destroying me. Absolutely wrecking me. But for some reason in my head it was a static ability. That's understandable. Cordial Vampire. Every single time this card comes out, I have lost the game. We might need to build a vampire deck with Cordial Vampire. With double the rares. Okay, so it's whenever he or another creature dies. No blocks. Didn't this have an ability? Pay 2, sack a creature, put a +1/+1 counter on each vampire you control. Oh, we just top decked Junji. That's huge. Yo, we can just cast him already. They definitely have removal, right? Do I hold Junji for a turn? I'm kind of really tempted to. I kind of really just want to play the Fearsome Whelp. Swing in for 5. Junji goes down to 3 mana. Means reanimating with Ravaz is really, really cheap. It's probably too greedy, but I also don't just want to play Junji into a removal spell right now. I'm going to play the Fearsome Whelp. I'm going to go face. He's looking at removal spell. There it is. Okay, see? It was the right play. Because now Junji goes down to 3 CMC. We can hard cast it anyway. And with 2 Fearsome Whelps on the field, that gives us a target for our Blood for Bones. This is going to be really tough, though. Goddamn Cordial Vampire. Whenever Cruel Celebrant or another creature or planeswalker control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Okay. Okay. Junji. Need you to carry the game for me. When it dies, we can make our opponent discard 2 cards, or we can put target non-dragon creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under our control. They have nothing in the graveyard. We can get back Ravaz. So, do I make them discard their last 2 cards? Or do I bring back Ravaz to then bring back Junji? I'm choosing the discard. They ditched the plane and Indulgence Aristocrat. I need a chump block yet. Next turn, and 9, 10. I think I do. I'm gonna say no attacks. This is so tough. So next turn, I can Unburial Rites, bring Junji back. And then we can still hold up a Blood for Bones eventually. This is a very tough spot. Flaccid Pancake. That is a phenomenal name. You have me in quite the pickle. Oh, he's sacking his Cruel Celebrant. I was right to hold up a blocker. Wait a minute, I can't even block this. If I block this, Cordial Vampire becomes too big for Unji to trade with. Or Junji to trade with. I go down to 2. It's really, really bad out here. For us to stabilize, I don't even know what we would need. But I don't think we win this one. Even with Junji out on the field. If he swings... Does Indulgent Aristocrat say another? Just says sack a creature. If he swings both at us. Let's say... Oh my god, you're fucking lying. Damn it, that's game. Bro, you couldn't have top decked a fucking land. That's game. Wait, it's not. We don't have to block to kill. There's no way we kill him in a single turn. And if Celebrant dies, it's just game over. Yeah, there's no way for us to do enough damage. Damn. What's Junji do? When it dies. Nah, we just fucking concede. God damn it. Cordial Vampire is stupid. It's too good. Looking at the card, it seems solid, but it doesn't seem stupid broken. And I promise you, every time I've gone against that card, I lose. It's just too bonkers. Whenever Cordial Vampire or another creature dies, put +1/+1 counter on each vampire you control. They didn't even have a lot. We lost to like 2 creatures. Oh yeah, I might need to build a Cordial Vampire deck. And earlier I was trying to say that it feels very refreshing playing with more than 4 rares in a deck. A Land of Sanctity. Our opponent has hexproof. That's okay. I was supposed to play Foreboding Ruins. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Turn 1 misplay. It's all good. We're chilling. Alright, Foreboding Ruins. Reveal the mountain this time. Stitcher Supplier. Okay, so we're pretty far away from casting Dracuseth. Our opponent is playing a control deck, obviously. Yeah, nice hexproof. Anyway, I'm swinging in for 20 flying. On God, that's the plan. I think, actually, chip in for damage. I think we're in for a tough match. When Deadly Spewed, I'm going to sack Shambling Gas. I don't think I want to mill anymore, not if I don't have to. I'd rather try to build up our mana and try and get Dracuseth out. They really just use Test of Talents on our Deadly Dispute. Counter target insert a sorcery spell. Search its controller's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards with the same name as that spell and exile them. That player shuffles and draws a card for each card exiled from their hand this way. This is one of the most bullshit cards I have ever seen. You should not be able to go through someone's hand, graveyard, and library to fucking exile an entire playset of cards. For one card, you get to exile a fucking entire set of things. Test of Talents on Deadly Spew, only ever seen in Artisan. Bro, I fucking bet. Alright, Bitter Reunion. Discard our Mountain, draw 2 cards. Okay. Bro. I'm surprised this card doesn't see more play. Elspeth's Smite into our Stitcher Supplier, that's okay. Oh. Exiled, huh? That card's fucked up, though. I know it's not the only card that does it, too. But that's way too much value, man. That's crazy. Alright, play Ravaz. This is a really boring game. We're not going to be able to play anything. That's crazy. I don't know why people enjoy decks like this. Where you just don't play Magic. Or you don't let your opponent play Magic. How is that fun? Okay, let's see. Shambling Gas, you're going to counter that? You going to do it? That's what I thought. Okay, we have a Blood for Bones. I don't use it yet. We swing in for 2. Alright. What is he waiting for? He missed his land drop. He missed land drop number 5 like 2 turns in a row. He could be the kind of guy to run Settle the Wreckage. He might not be. He might not be running it. Good. Play the Shambling Gas. I'm holding the Blood for Bones until our opponent taps out and I can Blood for Bones. Do I even have anything that I want to Blood for Bones? Just Ravaz. Our big stuff's in our hand. There's Farewell. Exile all creatures, exile all graveyards. Okay. Junji. Junji we can play. It's still a really shitty position. Our opponent is super boring. And it's super unlucky that he had Sunfall though. And Farewell. Exile effects are bad. Again, if it was a normal board wipe, at least Junji would have gotten rid of some stuff from his hand. Dude, this isn't fun. I don't want to play 40 minutes of a goddamn match just to have a chance at beating my opponent. This is stupid. I literally can't play Magic. And it's kind of what we're here to do. He didn't even block with his Incubate token. Unless he's doing it in Declare blockers. Isn't he too late? Yeah, he was too late. Idiot. Bro wasn't even... He's not even good enough to transform his token in time. Come on. We're gonna have to play against this. It's just dumb. Alright. Swing our Shambling Gas. It dies. We make a treasure. Oop. End the turn. We are now capable of hardcasting Ancient Brass Dragon and Dracuseth. If we have one more mana, we can give one of them haste. Opponent has 2 Saw It Comings, or possibly at least 1 and an Alrund's Epiphany. If Dracuseth gets countered. Or Ancient Brass Dragon does. I think I go for the Dracuseth. There's no shot that he exiles Dracuseth from our graveyard, right? We'd have enough mana to Unburial Rites next turn and give it haste with Bitter Reunion. I really want him to use... God, it was fucking disdainful stroke. I really needed him to use one of his Foretell cards. Lathless. Bro, Master T, you're such a boring and shitty player. I hope you know that. You're not good. Not good at Magic. I want you to know that. Am I salty? A little bit. Okay, so what do I do? Go for the Unburial Rites, I guess. Like the Dracuseth. Damn. Did we grab the dragon that can't be countered? No. We have Goldspan Dragon in our deck? I forgot about that. If the spell is countered, exile it instead of putting it into its owner's graveyard and may shuffle up to 4 target cards from your graveyard into your library. Fine. Alright. 4 cards left. 5 cards left for our opponent. 4 cards left. Got at least 1 more counter spell. If I'm lucky, both of these are actually Doom Foretold's. We have 8 mana now. I need 1 turn. 1 turn where he's out of counter spells. Bro, please both be Doom Scars. No shot. Is Ancient Brass Dragon going to connect? But if it's Doom Scar, can we win? 11? 11's not bad. 7, 8. If it's Doomscar, bro, we have him at 1. This is fucked up. He's gonna Doomscar us now, and he's gonna be at 1. It's not fair. It's not fair. I was trying to get down Dracuseth, but I'm a clown because I forgot that he has Hexproof and has had Hexproof this whole time. I was like, if I can get Dracuseth out with haste and connect instead of Ancient Brass Dragon. Wait. Huh. And cast spells as though they had Flash. They're holding up their Doomscar to cast it with Flash? Hmm. That's mid-0. Okay, he's gonna Doomscar now. Anything that I can do? He can still Doomscar whenever he wants. Here's some whelp. Yo, with Fearsome Whelp, if he doesn't have a counter spell for it, we force him. We force him to Doomscar a Fearsome Whelp. Yeah, to Doomscar a Fearsome Whelp. Ain't that just funny? Alright, we need another creature though, so I can use his blood for bones. Yeah, it's this Hall of the Storm Sea Giants, or Hall of Storm Giants. He's about to use that. Bitter Reunion. We use this, we ditch the bone shards. I don't care about trying to kill his 8/8. it resolves. That's a great sign for us. Discard that, draw 2. That's fucking double lands, bro. Get out of here. I need one more creature. One more creature. I don't remember if I read your comment out loud, Brooker, but I did see it. If only we had uncounterable Chandras to cast. If only. There is a dragon that can't be countered. I think it's a red one. Oh, it is. It's the Infernal Star Mounts, right? We used that card, but we removed it from our deck. That would be good. That'd be good in this situation. Goldspan Dragon, I think, is still just also a really good card. If we top deck Goldspan Dragon, like, that could have won us the game. Blood for Bones is hurting me. Bruh. Master T, I hate you. I want you to know that. I hate you. You're adopted and nobody loves you. And I hope I never play against you again. The game was 12 minutes. 12 minutes where I didn't get to play Magic. For over half of that game, I didn't get to play Magic. How do you enjoy that? What kind of player likes doing that? I don't understand. Okay, Blood for Bones. We're running 3 Blood for Bones. That might be too many. Blood for Bones was a bit of a liability in the last game. We have a decent amount of early game creatures that we should be able to sack to it, but if we had had another Unburial Rights during that game, it would have just been better. I'll swing here. We have 8 things that we want to sack. 4 Stitch of Suppliers, 4 Shambling Gas. We are okay with sacking Fearsome Whelps after they've done their thing. After we've gotten some cost reduction. Blocks, we take 3 here. But maybe we cut 1 Blood for Bones and go up 1 more Unburial Rights. 5 mana isn't that much for our deck. Oh. Fuck. Oh my god, dude. I can't believe I just swung there. Alright, throwing. No blocks. We eat 4 here. We could have cast Ancient Brass Dragon this turn. Right? No, 5? Did I miss a land drop? I thought we would have been able to. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see. Chump block here. We Deadly Dispute. As long as we hit our land drop, we can play Ancient Brass Dragon. Junji. How do we stabilize? It's got to be Junji. Then we need to Bone Shards, discarding a card. We really got to kill the Ajani's Pride Me. And then... do I ditch a Blood for Bones? I'm going to ditch the Mountain. It's greedy to ditch the Mountain because it means that I can't cast Ancient Brass Dragon next turn. We have a 40% chance to top deck another land. Yeah, it's the greedy play. But I think this game is going to go on long enough. Fuck. I was hoping it wasn't an Exile effect. Alright, we might just lose. Goddamn mono white life gain. Getting blood for bones, but it's nothing good to get back. Mono white life gain. Ah, what a stupid deck as well. Look how big that fucking Hollowed Priest is. We better have been on the draw that game. We were. 3 L's in a row? That feels bad. That one went from our deck feeling really, really good to now being really shitty. Not you. Okay. Right, we're gonna reduce blood for bones. Is there another dragon that would help us stabilize more once it finally hits the field? Dragon, dragon, dragon. I thought this was going to be an issue when we first built the deck, but with the amount of rares that we're running now, there's one dragon with Lifelink and Boros. There is the adult Goldspan dragon. Yeah, but all right. So this was a concern when I first built the deck. I wanted dragons that have impact pretty much when they enter the battlefield, because we're playing from behind, right? So creatures that enter the battlefield and do nothing are not really helpful for us. Technically, Dracuseth does nothing on ETB and does nothing on death. Dracuseth is a powerhouse, but needs to survive for a turn. Ancient Brass Dragon is the same way. If it survives a turn and connects, powerhouse. Lathless technically can have value the turn that enters the battlefield, but it's not really guaranteed either. But this helps us go wide. None of these 3 technically help us, though, as soon as they come back. Goldspan Dragon has Flying, Haste, and ramps us. That's a good one. Junji at least has a death trigger. While it's not good in response to exile effects, it does have value even if our opponent has removal the exact same turn that it comes out. So I think we do need things that have more impact on ETB. Terror of the Peaks isn't bad. It doesn't have an ETB. Its ability is pretty good. 5 mana, 5/4. Spells your opponent's cast to target Terror of the Peaks cost an additional 3 life to cast. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield during control, Terror of the Peak deals damage equal to that creature's power to any target. Yeah. Okay, I think we have to get rid of the flashy dragons. As much as I hate it. Adult Goldspan Dragon. Or adult Gold Dragon. That one I do think is just really good. 5 mana, 4/3, flying lifelink haste. That's just good. It is just good. Bellamachus. Bellamachus I think might be... I loved this in our other Reanimator deck. This is still in my 5-color Reanimator deck. If this hits a removal spell, if it hits Deadly Dispute, still pretty good targets. I think we get Bellamachus in here. 5 mana, 7/7, flying, vigilance, haste. Flying, vigilance, and haste. That's pretty huge. The vigilance plus the haste is just... that's crazy. It lets us swing and still hold up a blocker. I might as well look up haste. Dragon. See who else has haste. I forgot the Inferno had haste. That makes me like it a lot more. And it can't be countered. This is the one that I was saying it can't be countered, and then we cut it. Realm Scorcher Hellkite. 6 mana, 4/6 with Bargain. May sacrifice an artifact, enchantment, or token as you cast a spell. 4/6 flying haste. When it enters the battlefield, if it was Bargain, add 4 mana in any combination of colors. Pay 2, it deals 1 damage to any target. Glorybringer. Glorybringer does have a pretty nuts ETB. Or not ETB, but attack trigger. I don't know about Glorybringer. Glorybringer was nuts when it first came out. It was absolutely nuts in Amonkhet. Or Hours of Devastation, whichever the one it was. 5 mana 4/4 Flying Haste. But to deal the 4, we have to exert it, which means that we don't have it as a blocker for an additional turn. Let's see. Goro, no. This one, absolutely not. Daragaz, 7 mana 7/7. Flying Trample Haste. If Daragaz reincarnated would die, exile instead with 3 egg counters on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, if Daragaz is exiled with an egg counter on it, remove an egg counter from it. Then if Daragaz has no egg counters on it, return to the battlefield. It still doesn't get around. That doesn't get around exile still, which isn't great. This guy's good. Doesn't he go back to our hand? 5 mana 4/4 Flying Haste. Zurgo and Ojutai has hexproof as long as they enter the battlefield this turn. Whenever one or more dragons you control deal combat damage to a player or battle, look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. You may return one of those dragons to its owner's hands. Yes. So whichever dragons we connect with, whichever ones deal combat damage, we can bounce it back to our hand. Oh man. But it's 2 colors out of our mana base. And the whole benefit of this bouncing, the whole benefit of this card is that it bounces itself back to our hand, so it's very, very safe to use. But that means that we'd have to recast it again, and the odds of us having blue and white mana 2 turns in a row available to us, very unlikely. Except if Ravaz is on the field. I don't think that's the move. Let's see. I'm going to look at Hexproof real quick. Chromium. Let's see. Palladium Moor. 6 mana 6/6. Flying Vigilance Trample has Hexproof if it hasn't dealt damage yet. Hexproof from Monocolored. 7 mana 7/7 can't be countered. You can discard a card until end of turn. Chromium Immutable becomes a human with base power toughness 1/1, loses all abilities and gains hexproof. Can be blocked this turn. Deck slowly becoming Ancient Ziggurat Dragon's deck. No. We do have a little bit more white in our deck, actually. I didn't think about the fact that 2 of our dragons now have white. Right, let's see. Dragon enter the battlefield. Let's see, Ebon Death. There's battlefield tapped. It's the worst ETB I've ever heard. So there's a battlefield, second a number of artifacts, enchantments, and/or tokens, and draw that many cards. Hoarding Broodlord. When it enters the battlefield, search your library for a card, exile it face down, and shuffle. For as long as that card remains exiled, you may play it. Spells you cast from exile have Convoke. No. Invasions of Tarkir. No. Let's see. Opportunistic Dragon. 4 mana 4/3 winners battlefield. Choose target human or artifact and opponent controls for as long as it remains on the battlefield. Gain control of that permanent, loses all abilities, and it can't attack or block. Weird. Blade Wing as a kicker. No. Demanding Dragon. When it enters the battlefield, deals 5 damage to target opponent unless that player sacrifices a creature. It's okay. Temple of the Dragon Queen should be one of our lands for sure. Oh, you're probably right. Let me take a look at the temple. Temple of the Dragon Queen. As Temple of the Dragon Queen enters the battlefield, you may reveal a dragon card from your hand. Temple of the Dragon Queen enters the battlefield tapped unless you reveal the dragon card this way or you control a dragon. As Temple of the Dragon Queen enters the battlefield. Oh, as Temple of the Dragon Queen enters the battlefield, choose a color, tap, add 1 mana of the chosen color. We probably do need to squeeze some of these into our mana base. I want to see at least 2. Okay, in which case I feel a lot more comfortable with the white dragons being in our deck. AO the Dawn Sky, that's double white. That might be pushing it a bit much. But I know this one sees a ton of play. Yodai, no. Icing Death. No. Ancient Gold Dragon, no. Shadrix. 5 mana, 2/5. At the beginning of combat your turn, you may choose 2 each must target a different player. Nah, that's a commander card. This would need green. That would need green. It's tough. I think we're just gonna go with Glorybringer. It's really, that's tough. It's tough for me to make this decision. It is. I will. Ah, fuck. Do we still need one more dragon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why do I have a missing card slot? How many lands do we have? 24? Did I cut a card? Two Glorybringers? Actually, I hadn't even thought about that. We could double up on our dragons. Junji and Valmakis, they're the only ones that are legendary. You probably meant as like another card slot, but all of our dragons are accounted for. All of our rares are accounted for. I'm gonna throw in a Feed the Swarm because that's been annoying me. Enchantments have been annoying me. I think I removed a reanimation spell. I think we cut a Blood for Bones. And then I didn't add an additional Unburial Rites. Alright, we're going to try this. I think Adult Gold Dragon will be really, really good. I do. The lifelink that we gain from it, the fact that it has haste, I think will be very relevant in a lot of games. Question is, will our mana base be able to support it? We now have 2 of the temples that can add white mana to our deck. We have 8 sources that make treasures. We have 3 copies of Ravaz, which taps at 2 mana of any colors. Should be fine. Should be fine. Alright, temple and opening hand. That's pretty cool. I'll take it. It means that I cannot Shambling Ghast 2 turns in a row. Well, that's not what I meant. It meant that I wouldn't be able to play something like 2 Shambling Ghast in the same turn. Yeah, I think 2 Temple of the Dragon Queens is probably enough. Cauldron Familiar. I want to block. No. We have Blood for Bones. I want to keep Shambling Ghast around as long as I can. When this enters the battlefield, we want to use white. Play another Shambling Ghast. No attacks. Next turn, we can drop Ravaz. Is it the right play, though? Is that better than using Bitter Reunion? I can use Bitter Reunion to ditch a swamp, draw 2 more cards. We don't really need Ravaz yet because we don't have a dragon in our hand. We don't have a dragon in our graveyard. They're going to destroy our Shambling Ghast. We can choose the -1/-1. We don't really need to ramp right now. Kill the Cauldron Familiar. Not that they won't be able to get it back, but we get rid of it for now. Next part of this, create a food token, then you create a Wicked Roll token attached to start creature control. Okay, so I think the move is the Bitter Reunion. Ditch the swamp, draw 2 more cards, found 2 more swamps. Okay. That's fine. And now we end the turn. Okay. I really want to play this deck for like a long time. I want to keep playing this deck and figure out if there's better color combinations. Like, we could change up our mana base. Right now, I was just thinking about Mardu, right? We add in the white. We add white into our deck. Which works insanely well with Unburial Rites. right? If we add white to our mana base, we can ditch the blood for bones. Let's see. Can I block here? No. I need one champion gas alive. We go Mardu. Unburial Rites becomes a lot better. And then we can add other dragons with white. They just become better too. But then I was like, well, if we're using the Temple of the Dragon Queen and Ravaz, we could try to go... We try to go green. We try to get Miram in here, because Miram is just nuts. I don't know. We're going to bid a reunion again. I'm going to ditch this swamp. I should have done this before I played my land for turn, but it's too late now. Yeah. See, I could have played another mountain right now. Bitter reunion again. Well, it's no big deal. We get Goldspan Dragon down next turn. We'll be chilling. Attacks end the turn. We still have a Shambling Gas that we can use to reanimate Goldspan Dragon after it dies. Because I feel like it'll probably have a removal spell. Ooh, maybe not, actually. They only have one card in hand. Goldspan probably just carries. Cauldron Familiar is being annoying. See, if we had the lifelink one, if we had the adult gold dragon right now, it'd be even better than Goldspan Dragon. Man, actually, with our mana base, plus the treasures, plus the Ravaz, plus this Goldspan Dragon, we really should be able to run whatever dragons we want. It's actually 9 cards that we have that make treasures. 3 more that add mana of any color. And then, you know, 2 cards in our mana base that also fix. I don't know. See, I really just want to experiment with this deck like a lot more. I don't normally play Magic outside of my stream. Like, I haven't been playing a lot recently off stream. I think tomorrow I might need to. I might want to experiment a lot more with this Ravaz. Our life total is getting low. I didn't block with a Shambling Gas. It seems a little bit greedy, and it definitely was. But now we drop Goldspan Dragon. We swing. We get our treasure. I don't normally play Magic. MTG Budget Brew. Big facts, big facts. Goldspan. Get our treasure. That's 2 mana that we have available to us now. And we can Bone Shards the Greta. I think it's the move. We will. Yeah. Auto pay. We'll have 1 mana floating. Sucks, but we sack the Shambling Gas. We make the treasure. And we're chilling. Same. I just built a new commander deck and I gotta test it. Yeah, retro vintage. I'm gonna call you vintage. What is your commander? You built a Turgid deck? Bro, that's honestly, it's disrespectful. Ooh, we can play a Ravaz right now. Don't mind if I do, actually. Feel like I'll need some hexproof for it though, since it's all removal and such. Bro, you need as much protection as you can get for Turgid. Turgid is one of the most on-site commanders in all of the game. That it cannot be allowed to survive for a turn. Not even one single turn. Hey, yo, Feasting Troll King, you need to chill out. Let's see. When there's battlefield, you cast it from your hand, create 3 food tokens, sack 3 food, return from graveyard to the battlefield, activate only during your turn. Okay, we're gonna lose a life to this Wicked Aura roll. That's alright. Yeah, you need as many protection spells as you can get for Turgid. You need boots, you need my mind is blanking. Lightning Greaves. What you really need, you need some things like what's the planeswalker? What's her name? Kaya. You need Kaya's Ghost Form. Kaya's Ghost Form is one of the best cards that you can put in that deck. If it's not in your list, you make room for it. Kaya's Ghost Form. Enchant creature planeswalker you control when enchant permanent dies or is put into exile. That part is so huge. Turn that card to the battlefield under your control. You need to get that on turn grid. You get that on turn grid, you're chilling for at least one turn. Okay, so we're super about to die to this Feast Troll King. What can I do? I can Bitter Reunion. Discard a swamp, try to find removal. You said it's very much so. Yeah. Last time I played Turgrid, dude had 2 Nicol Bolas, a Jace, and made me sacrifice my whole hand in like 3 turns. Jeez. Ooh. Nice. Thanks for the info. I'll have to get that Kaya tomorrow. Yeah, you definitely need it. Kaya's ghost form. Okay, so let's see. Is there any way I can deal with this Troll King? I really don't think so. We just have nothing in our graveyard. I think we just lose. That sucks. Yeah, I actually built one of my friends a Turgid deck. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up on Mana Stack. It is pretty fucking awful to play against. I'm not gonna lie. If he ever gets her to stick around, it's a bad day. Let's see. It was a long time ago that I built it too. I'm sure there's a lot of, you know, like improvements and stuff for the deck that you would probably want nowadays. Is it still our turn? Bro. Oh my god. Let me end my turn. Auto passing, for the love of God, do something. Just work. Just do something for one game. Work. Ah, god damn it. Trying to remember my login. Oh my god. It's not working. Oh, I'll just concede. What the fuck is my login? Mana Stack, you're being a bitch. Alright, we'll get into another game. Let's see. Changes that would make for that deck, or based off that game. I don't really know. I gotta check my phone. I gotta see if I have my password written down. No. Let's see. Bone shards, shambling gas, blood for bones. Definitely a bit of a slow hand. Bro, it has to be one of these passwords. Ain't no fucking way. Oh my god, I finally got it. Let's see. Opponent does nothing. That's super gay. Fearsome Whelp gets countered. Ooh, it didn't. I was gonna be upset. Okay, deck builder. Look at this. So clearly I haven't logged into this Mana Stack account for a while. This is my original one. This is not my Budget Brew one. Message from Mana Stack. Your library of decks is among the largest on Mana Stack. We're glad you're finding value in Mana Stack. With your experience, we would love to hear any feedback so we can have Mana Stack even better. And then please consider upgrading to Mana Stack Plus. There's a decent amount of decks in here. Like a decent amount. Like I said, the deck building part of Magic is normally my favorite part. I need to do my turn real quick. Select white. I will reveal a dragon. Play a Fearsome Whelp. We have Glorybringer in hand. That's good. Anyway, let's try and find. Should be probably under completed. Grid 3. Let's go to edit. Okay, so this is what my friend's Turgid deck list looked like when we were done. You know what? I'm gonna show you after we get this match done and over with. Our opponent, they're not playing Magic. It's kind of lame. They still don't want to board wipe us because we only have 3 1/1s on the field. But they have it. I know they have it. Mind Splice Apparatus. I was not expecting that. We have Glorybringer. That'll be decent damage. I think it's unlikely that they run Settle the Wreckage. They could. Mind Splice Apparatus. At the beginning of your upkeep, put an oil counter on Mind Splice Apparatus. Instant sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each oil counter on Mind Splice Apparatus. I think he's debating still. He was debating still about whether or not it's worth wiping our board. I can't even use Glorybringer because I chose white for Temple of the Dragon Queen. That's lame. But it's fine. We just replay our board. Damn. I'm getting punished for not having a second red source. Feels bad. Yeah, I built a lot of decks. I did. Day of Judgment. That gives me a treasure. Boom. That means I can Glorybringer. Thank you. You're still a gay as fuck opponent. You are. Why is it so much to ask that people play the game? Why is it so much to ask that people let other players play the game? Glorybringer connects for a 4, and we end turn. We see if he has an answer for the Glorybringer. Like, how is it fun to do nothing for 4 turns, board wipe, and then still do basically nothing? Played a Mind Splice Apparatus? Cool. That's not... You haven't done anything. You've played 2 spells this whole game. White Sun's Twilight. Damn, it really, really hurts us that we don't have a second red source. Here's some whelp. Kill one of these. Bone shards. Discarding card. Getting rid of another bone shards. And no attacks. It's so lame. White Sun's Twilight. I run this in the deck. I have a White Sun's Twilight deck. But you know what I do for the rest of the game? I still cast spells. I'm playing draw spells. I'm playing things that get me planes. So that way I can always cast this for Vexus 5 or more. I'm still playing the game, you know. I still got creatures. I still got blockers. Still have some normal removal, not just board wipes. I don't understand how this is fun for anyone. And imagine you still lose, right? These decks, their win rate is not significantly better. It might not be better at all than your average deck. So how are you gonna play a 20-minute game consistently? Every game you play is like, again, it's like 20 minutes. And then still lose half those games. I could understand playing super long games if you won like every single time. If your win rate was like 80, 90%, I get it. I would understand why people do it. But it's not the case. So, I don't know. I just don't get it. Couldn't be me. I cannot be a control player. It's so boring. Alright, does he have an answer for Junji? Yep. Alright, and that's game. And we really got screwed by not having a second mana. A second red source. I need to pay a little more attention to the temple. And when we get that down, maybe I don't even like the temple actually. The temple screwed us that game. Oh, right. Real quick. Okay, so this is the Turgid deck list that I built for my friend. We take a quick peek at some of the cards. Okay, let's see if there's anything that really stands out. Cryptcast is pretty nuts. Anything Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so on top of having as much protection as you can for Turgid, so like I said, the boots, Swiftfoot boots, Lightning Greaves, your, where is it? Your Kaya's Ghost Form, wherever it is, it's an enchantment. Your Kaya's Ghost Forms. On top of all that, you do want to get your commander out as fast as possible. For Turgid, you want a lot of ramp. I don't know how much ramp you're running, but you definitely need a lot of mana rocks. And we got Arcane Signet, Everflowing Chalice, Felwar Stone, Mind Stone. I even have a Skull of Ramos in here. I mean, it's probably better options than Skull of Ramos, but it's an option. Thought Vessel, Soul Ring, obviously. Yeah, some cards that go crazy with it though. Awaken the Erstwhile is here. Oh, Awaken the Erstwhile is kind of sick. Each player discards all the cards in their hand, then creates that many 2/2 black zombie creature tokens. Everyone discards their hand, so you get everything that they have. That's pretty good. Death Cloud. Each player loses X life, discards X cards, sacrifices X creatures, and sacrifices X lands. Death Cloud is absolutely nuts if you can cast this. Is absolutely nuts if you can cast this. And not sacrifice your own Turgid. Because you just get everyone's hand, you get everyone's creatures, you even steal their lands. Do not forget that Turgid can steal lands. Turgid even steals lands, which helps you ramp out more, and it's fucking nuts. Let's see. Torment of Hellfire, also a great one. Even better because it doesn't touch you at all. But it's X and 2 black. Repeat the following process X times. Each opponent loses 3 life unless that player sacrifices a non-land permanent or discards a card. That's good. And then you got small ones. If you're going to run any kind of discard effects, make sure you run as many as you can to say, like, each opponent, each player, like Vicious Rumors. Deals 1 damage to each opponent. Each opponent discards a card, then puts the top card of the library into the graveyard to gain 1 life. Dark Deal, each player discards all the cards in his or her hand, then draws that many cards -1. That's an everyone effect that will hit you too, but still. You want to get as much value as you can. You don't want to run something. I think I just saw... Oh yeah, just whatever hits as many people as you can. Siphon Mind, each player discards a card. You draw a card for each card discarded this way. Nuts. Smallpox, each player loses 1 life. Discards a card, sacks a creature, and then sacks a land. Yeah, just run as many cards as you can that hit all of your opponents. Alright, Dead Dragons. Okay, let's see. You said... Nice, thanks for the info. You say I'll have to get the Kaya tomorrow. You said that. Alright, Temple, that game was a basic mountain with the upside of potentially being a plains alternatively. I should have picked red. If I had been paying more attention to our hand, and the fact that we were screwed on a red source, I should have picked mountain. Or I should have picked red, and then we would have been able to at least get our opponent closer to dying. We probably still wouldn't have won that game. But yeah, it was still a liability for us in that game. In fact, I'm going to throw away the swamp right now. Just because of that last game. Right. Then you said, can you send the link for the deck? I just assume your Turgid deck is better than mine. Right. I don't remember how much money we spent on this Turgid deck. While I normally build budget decks, and while I'm sure it's not like a $400 or $500 deck, it might be like 2 or 3. He said, I got a few mana ramp cards. It also has green in it as well for token creation. What do you mean it has green in it? You said it's a commander deck, right? You're scaring me. Running green discard as well as mana ramp. Vintage. When you play a commander, when you play a commander deck, you can only use cards that are the same color as your commander. That have the same color identity as your commander. You cannot use green cards in a Tergrid deck. You cannot use blue, you cannot use black, you cannot use white, you cannot use red. You can use black. You can use black cards and only black cards. If you notice my list, that's not it, that's not my list. We take a look at my list. 74% of my cards have black mana, and then 5 of them have colorless. That was the colorless ones, probably my artifacts. So you cannot use green cards in your deck. Just thought you should know that. I don't want to use Deadly Spear right now. We're going to swing in for another 3. We're going against another control deck. It's really boring, lame, annoying. We have a dragon in our graveyard. We have an adult gold dragon. I gotta sleep, but good luck with the rest of the stream. Thanks, Rooker. Yeah, we'll be calling it in 30 minutes anyway. But, yeah, Vintage, we're gonna... I'm definitely gonna have to send you my list then. Right, I do want to check real quick. See... Oracle of the Alpha. Do I want to kill this? A little bit. The commander would have to have green mana symbol somewhere on the card, and then you could use those colors. Correct. And if you're building a Turgor deck, then... let's see. Shamla Gas, make a treasure. Do I swing this? I guess I'll swing this. Damn, dude. I can't hit my land drop. All good. I have a bunch that I can swap out. Guess I'll use my greens in a new deck tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's see. I'm going to Bitter Reunion real quick. I do want to get you the Turgid list. I will discard... Honestly, I don't think we need Fearsome Whelp at this point. Land drop in Junji seems good. Yeah. I'm going to take my list. I'm going to throw it into TCG Player real quick. And we're going to see how much that deck costs right now. Let's see. Oh, actually, it does have it. Okay, I didn't notice it on Mana Stack when I looked a second ago. Okay, the deck that I have built here is valued at about $205 on TCG Player. And then on Card Kingdom, you can get it for $250. I would not recommend. That is including all of the basic lands. You probably don't need lands. And all of those are, like on average, probably at least $1 or $2 added to the deck. And there's 30 lands. That's an extra $30 added to the deck. You can probably pick this up for $150 on TCG Player, especially if you choose to include like some like moderately played cards or something like that. Now, if that's still way too much, we can definitely make you a list that's cheaper. I kind of just don't even want to play this game. If our opponent has protection for this Oracle of the Alpha, I am going to concede. Again, I don't want to sit in this game for another 10 minutes doing nothing while our opponent does nothing. It's just so not fun and it's super boring. I don't know why we keep going up against control decks. But yeah. I'm gonna guess like 250 or higher. Snap. Depending on what is in it, I can buy them from the shop I work at with discount. Oh, that's right. You do work at a card shop. Ooh. Okay, okay. You know what?
I know
And
what
do
must
you
be done.
one better.
Hold that thought.
Again, this list is kind of old. While I could give it to you, you take it and it should just work. Should be solid. Again, my friends use it against us. It'll really fuck up someone's day if Turgid sticks around. But I think I would want to take another look at it before I give it to you, just to see if there's any like newer upgrades that would really benefit the deck. You know what I mean? All right, I'm gonna concede. If you want the list, here I'll send you. I'll give you the list right now. Okay. Actually, yeah, there you go. There's a list. Try clicking on that. Let me know if the link works. And then, yeah. I think again, you can take it. Use whatever cards you think are cool in there. But I'm gonna warn, I'm gonna precaution you with the fact that it is a bit of an older deck list. It's at least a year old, maybe like 2 years old by this point. So there's probably some upgrades that I could use. I'm sure we've gotten a lot of new cool cards that would work well with Turgid. Oh, even something like Shieldred's Edict, which I'm sure you could get for like 2 cents. What, $5? God damn. All right, maybe not Shieldred's Edict yet, but like this would be a great card in Turgid deck. 1 in a black for an instant. Each opponent sacks a non-token creature. Each opponent sacks a creature token, or each opponent sacrifices a planeswalker. Like that would be a huge upgrade to the deck already. Damn, I really thought that card would be cheaper. I guess it is still standard legal. Once that falls off of standard legal, card's price will tank. You have that in it? Good man. Hell yeah. Bro, again? Do you see this shit? This is like the 3rd guy in a row who's playing a control deck, and I'm tired of playing him. Alright, I gotta go pee real quick. Just ordered Dark Deal the other day. That sounds familiar. Oh yeah, that was on my list. Okay. That makes sense. Alright, for the last 20 minutes of the stream, I'm gonna delete this. We're gonna troll around a little bit. Broker and I joked about this earlier. We're gonna throw Ironcrag Feet. Hopefully I have a few of these because I'm pretty sure it's a mythic. There, it's just rare. We're gonna throw Ironcrag Feats into a deck. Then Dracuseths. And that'll be the whole deck. This is it. The goal of the deck is to get Ironcrag Feet cast on turn 4, which will add 7 mana to our mana pool, 7 red mana. And we can only cast 1 more spell this turn, and it'll be Dracuseth. This is our whole game plan. We want a bunch of draw, and then we want a bunch of treasures. Mostly draw. Faithless Looting. We want that. Let's see. Cathartic Reunion. We're going heavy in the draw, so Cathartic Reunion makes it in. After that, let's see. Fail. Want Dragon's Rage Channeler in here. Let's see. Never cast. I need something to keep us alive in the early game. We're gonna need some removal spells. But I want some creatures. Some electrostatic fields would be good. Electrostatic infantries would also be good. I don't really need Festival Crasher. Young Pyromancer is okay. Now let's just go with the deal. I think we just grab like some Strangles. Is Strangle sorcery? But Frostbite is an instant. Frostbite, we're gonna need 24 Snow Mountains, and then I'll grab Lightning Strikes, and that'll be it. No. Actually, it's faster if I do it this way. All right, we're gonna troll around with this until the end of this. Until the end of the stream. We got 20 more minutes. Bets. Oh yeah, if you want help though, Vintage, you can send me your deck list. Put it anywhere. You could put it in the chat. You could. I don't know if there's a chat limit. There probably is. 200. You could add it as a comment to the stream. You could add it as a comment to any of my videos, and I will get the notification that you put it somewhere. And I could take a look at it for you if you want. If you want. Oh yeah, I was gonna make treasures. We have the Iron Crag feet on 4 into the Dracu Seth. We have the combo in our opening hand. That's pretty sick. But what we need is the mana to cast it. We still need to hit 4. Let's see. Alright, so we're gonna Faithless Looting here. Wherever we cast a non-creature spell, we get to Surveil 1, then we're gonna draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. Is tomorrow still Historic Brawl Thursday? I'll definitely do that tomorrow. Yes, it is. Tomorrow's still Historic Brawl. Alright, we don't need Cathartic Reunion. All we need are mountains. Show me 2 mountains. Alright, it's not 2. We ditch 1 Iron Crag feat, and I ditch a Lightning Strike. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, tomorrow will be Historic Brawl. Tomorrow we have 2 commanders. Alright, also another question. Can you use black and green lands like Jungle Hollow or just stick straight black fetch lands? I have thought about this before because there was some deck that I thought would benefit from me using all 5 colors, even though the commander isn't 5 colors. Arena won't let you do it. I can't remember if that's an actual rule. Let's see. Can you use, let's say, swamps in a mono white commander deck? Let's see. I'm still really not sure, actually. We're gonna flashback this Faithless Looting. We need that mountain. I wouldn't use it. There's no real benefit, I don't think. Ditch this, and I'll ditch that. Then we swing 1. Yeah, I feel like it's not against the rules. No one ever does it, right? Because it seems weird, and like it wouldn't benefit your deck really. But it, based off of color identity rulings, it shouldn't be against the rules. I wouldn't do it though. See, Jodo's saying I don't think so. If so, at worst, they would only be good as colorless. Right, so like Jungle Hollow, when that enters the battlefield, right, you gain life. There are colorless options if that's something that you really wanted. Oh, yeah, we're doing it. We're casting the feats, we're getting Dracu Seth down, and we're chilling. The answer is no. The answer is no. See, I googled it and I got conflicting answers. Lands have color identity. That's what I need to Google. Lands are colorless cards since they have no casting cost and no color indicator, but color identity rule still restricts what lands you can use in your decks. Okay, so you can't use Jungle Hollow in your deck. That's weird though. We're gonna win this game mostly because our opponent has done nothing. Their mono white life gain, and normally they should be really annoying. Oh, actually, cancel. Base. The first thing that we're selecting is 4 damage to any target, then 3 damage to any target. And we submit 1. We see if he has a response to protect his Hallowed Priest. Looks like he does. That land has the green mana symbol on it, which makes it legal. Oh, you know what? Damn, they have expel. Yeah, you're actually right. Because it's not a basic land, so it would have the mana symbol on it. Yeah, so Jungle Hollow definitely out. Damn, this is awkward. I discarded our other Iron Crag feat. I didn't think we would need it. Now we need to find another one because we actually found our other Dracuseth and they had an answer to our creature. Okay, thanks. Yeah, let's see. Said, okay, so regular black mana or black mana fetch, yes. Let's see, the land that has a green mana symbol on it, which makes it legal. Yep, I may not know much about Magic, but I do know Commander. It's fair. Okay, thanks. I just took out all the green, and we'll do a revamp tomorrow and send the deckless. Bet money. Yeah, colorless lands though, definitely still fine, and some of them are pretty decent. Like if you have like a strip mine, that's a really good colorless land. Definitely not necessary, and I think only like one of my decks has it. Something like a strip mine's a good card. Taps adds a colorless mana to your mana pool. You can tap sack strip mine to destroy target land. So if someone else is playing a crazy land, you can get rid of it, which can really hinder some people. Because like in black specifically, I wonder if I have it in my list actually. In black, there's a really crazy land that you can run. Isn't it Cabal Coffers? It's Cabal Coffers. This card's crazy. You can pay 2 mana, tap this, add 1 black mana for each swamp you control. So this ramps you. If you have, I don't know, 5 swamps on the field, right? You tap 2 of them for the 2 mana to activate this. You tap it, Cabal Coffers gives you then 5 mana. So you turn 2 into 5, and then you still have your 3 other swamps that you can tap, netting you a total of 8 mana for that turn. So if one of your opponents has a Cabal Coffers out or something like that, you use your strip mine in response to their coffers, you destroy that, get that out of there. Because it's really strong. Yeah. Let's see, the new Campana lands are okay because they say the name of the land, but they don't have a mana symbol, so it's okay, that's true. Those would work. And you said you have a few colorless in there as of now. Nice. Yeah, I don't think you need too much, or too many. I think for my deck, there's like 2. Yeah. There's 2. There's Temple of the False God. That's a really good one too. That's a staple card. I would use this in most decks. Temple of the False God. Taps to add 2 colorless. Activate only if you control 5 or more lands. It's just another way that you can ramp. Yeah, so if you have 4 swamps and then you play Temple of the False God, this now taps for 2. So you go from 5 to 6 mana. God damn, dude. I thought we were going to win because we got Dracuseth out. It's not happening. I need 1 more Iron Crag feat, and I don't think that we can find it. Or we need to find 2 more lands, and then I can hardcast Dracuseth. I usually just play casual commander, so proxies are allowed. Have a grindstone in it, so that's a big plus for Turgid. Ooh, it's true. False God is good if you run grindstone. You should also have Painter's Servants. God damn, Painter's Servants. Jesus. I'm not tripping, right? Isn't Painter's Servant like a really expensive card? I know we were just talking about proxies, but I'm pretty sure even the original is like a lot of money. Yes. Dude, I had a friend who pulled the Kaladesh Inventions version. This is Painter's Servant, right? Goes for about $50. I had a friend pull this version. $227 even now. I don't know if the price has gone up or down since it first came out. But dude, this is one of the most beautiful cards in Magic. I love this artwork. And obviously the card is foil, so it looks fucking mint. Well, he just pulled the $200 card. Like, that shit was crazy. I was very jealous. Alright, we get down Dracuseth number 2. If he has another X-Spell. If he has another way to exile our Dracuseth. I think I concede and I give him I give him the game. LaCroix Simic Biocrafter. I'll give it to you, man. If you have the second removal spell for Dracuseth, I'll call it. About 50 bucks, yeah. That's what I thought. It's banned in Oathbreaker. Dude, I don't even know what Oathbreaker is. Oathbreaker format? Ooh, Dracuseth. Are you gonna survive? Expel is 3 mana, isn't it? It means he doesn't have it right now. Dracuseth is gonna swing. And we're gonna clear his board. This is why Dracuseth is so strong. Look at that. This is the first time we've gotten the attack trigger off, but look at that. It's gonna deal 4 damage to this, 3 and 3, and the opponent scoops a response. We got him. Oathbreaker is kind of like Historic Brawl. Oathbreaker is a multiplayer format which each player builds around their favorite planeswalker. Each deck consists of 60 total cards as follows. 1 Oathbreaker, a planeswalker card, 1 signature spell, an instant sorcery card, and 58 main deck cards. Oh, that sounds weird. There is color identity, there is a command zone, and it's 3 to 5 players. So it's kind of like Historic Brawl, but you specifically have to use a planeswalker. Whereas we have the option to do either, and then obviously it's a 3 to 5 player format, not just 1v1 like Historic Brawl. That's interesting. I think people need to experiment more with planeswalkers. Oh yeah, I was gonna say that earlier, but I got sidetracked. Tomorrow we have 2 decks. I think I have it written down which 2 it was that we're gonna build around. I might need to build these ahead of time. Okay. I thought I fucked up there. Hopeful Initiate is a really big target for removal. So I thought I maybe should have killed that. But we're gonna go ahead and kill that right now. We're gonna surveil 1. We want to find land. We have Ironcrag Feet. We need to find land or Dracuseth. Tomorrow we're building. I think I have it written down. Where did I write it down? I can't remember what the second commander is that we're supposed to build around tomorrow. One is Hilda. What is the other one? Did one of you guys ask me to build around a specific commander? Someone did, and I can't remember what it is. I'm sure I could remember it if I saw it. It was Glissa. Thank you, Jodo. It was Glissa. I fully believe that I would have remembered. I guarantee you. Am I missing something? We just jump here? Yes. Right, I think I need to build those ahead of time. That's all I was trying to say. Alright, we're going to use Faithless Looting again. We're going to flash this back. Cathartic Reunion, we're going to get rid of that. We're looking for Dracuseth. We'll ditch both of these. No Dracuseth. I'm not going to be dumb and get rid of this Ironcrag Feet this time. Connect for 5. It's decent damage. Our opponent's playing Sigarda's Splendor. Once there's a battlefield, note your life total. At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card if your life total is greater than or equal to the last noted life total for Sigarda's Splendor, then note your life total. Whenever you cast a white spell, you gain 1 life. Alright, we're gonna kill this Hopeful Initiate, his only creature. Electrostatic Field, we don't need it. We're looking for Dracuseth. They will get this back from the graveyard, right? That's okay. They played Cassius, welcome. Whenever one more creature with mana value 3 or less enter battlefield under your control, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Opponent just used the 1 ring. That's super lame. Bro, the nerf to the 1 ring was not enough. They really needed to ban that card. We haven't seen it a lot tonight, which surprises me. But a ton of people still run the 1 ring. Like a lot. Ooh, discard 2 cards. That's too many. We just keep on swinging. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Yeah, I think tomorrow I need to play a lot of Magic. Again, part of me... Oh, I didn't need to swing. In fact, it's probably a mistake that I did. Yeah, part of me still really wants to play with dragons. Keep fucking around with it and Ravaz. Because I think overall we went negative because I started throwing games because I was tired of playing against control decks. We ended up going 5 and 9. Bro, at one point we were like 5 and 2. Yeah, at one point we were 5 and 2 with that deck. We lost 7 games in a row. 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 games in a row. Towards the end of that, that's rough. Yeah, part of me still wants to play around with that. And then I don't want to spend half of our stream tomorrow just building the decks. Cathartic Reunion. Discard these 2 cards. I don't want to spend half of the stream tomorrow just building the commander decks. Ooh, we can Ironcrag Feet. And Dracuseth. Hell yeah, we actually got there. That's what I'm talking about. So I think tomorrow after the gym, I need to start building the decks. I'm really excited for both, actually. This is a cool card. It's a little, just a little bit pricey as far as CMC goes. 5 is just one more than I think I would prefer to use on a commander. Because commanders die. They die a lot. We should be alright. His Voice of the Blessed is huge. Bro, chill the fuck out. Oh my god. This is why mono white is fucking stupid. Mono white was already stupid and annoying. Adding the 1 ring so that they can refill their hand with this much gas is stupid. Alright, we're gonna Faithless Looting. I don't think there's anything... I know there's nothing in our deck that can help us win. Another Dracuseth. And it doesn't matter what we discard. Game's over. Yeah, that was fucking stupid. Almost like the elf deck you built. Bro, at least the elf deck was a budget deck. God damn. That was ridiculous though. If we had just gotten Dracuseth like a turn sooner, we could have won that game. Or if I had had one more removal spell so I could kill the Voice of the Blessed, we also could have won. Yeah, our opponent, they're doing the most. The 1 ring. Cassia's Welcome. The Splendor. Speaker of the Heavens. Hopeful Initiate. Voice of the Blessed. That's 6 rares out of the like 10 cards that we saw. Okay, it is 23:59, which is just about midnight. So I think we are going to wrap up the stream. But I think... In fact, I think I'm going to start building one of the commander decks already. I might start with Glissa. Alright, but thank you guys for stopping by. Hope you had a good time. I hope you enjoyed seeing some decks with some additional rares. Yeah. And, yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow for Historic Brawl. So you guys have a good night.